Back in 2008, Rockstar released one of the best GTA games to ever exist, titled Grand Theft Auto 4. A game that was ahead of its time in terms of physics, storytelling, atmosphere, and gameplay. I seriously don't know a single soul that doesn't enjoy this entry in the franchise, and it's easily my favorite out of them all. Being the first game in the HD universe and the first game to use the Rage engine, making it the most realistic Grand Theft Auto at the time that it came out. Also focusing on a more grounded and mature narrative this time around for the eyes of an Eastern European. Overall, being one of the best stories Rockstar has ever told, a true masterpiece in every single way. Anyways, let's take a deep dive into the world of Grand Theft Auto 4. Meet Niko Bellic, the main protagonist of GTA 4. His story starts on a ship called the Platypus, arriving at Liberty City, GTA's version of New York, alongside two of his fellow crewmates, Sam Ramsey and Dave. However, as they arrive in Liberty City, Dave is too busy getting whipped by a dominatrix. But before moving to Liberty City in search of the American dream, Niko's life was very depressing. Born in the former Yugoslavia in 1978 to a Serbian family, having an abusive alcoholic father and a brother who died during the Yugoslav wars. He grew up in a harsh environment, not even having access to electricity till he was 12, eventually becoming a soldier during the Yugoslav wars, serving as a helicopter pilot and infantryman. During the war, Niko witnessed countless deaths and atrocities, even committing some himself. And at some point, Niko's unit, consisting of 15 men, were ambushed by enemy forces, with only Florian Kravic, Darko Brevic, and Niko himself surviving, vowing to get revenge and kill whoever sold them out, Florian or Darko. Whilst Roman Bellic, Niko's cousin, started his new life in Liberty City, Niko started working in the European criminal underworld, leading him to go into prison and eventually working for Ray Bulgarin, smuggling people in a human trafficking ring. But a boat carrying human cargo unfortunately sank during the smuggling run, and Niko swam to safety, with him being the only survivor, which made Bulgarin believe that Niko betrayed him and made off with his money, leading to Niko joining the merchant navy to escape, considering how powerful Ray Bulgarin is within Europe, which all led to Niko becoming the man he is today. Taking us to the events of GTA 4. Niko talks to Hosan about why he's came to Liberty City, explaining that his cousin is living the American dream. Money, cars, women, everything a man could want. Things that his cousin has been bragging to him in emails about, so he's here to reunite with his cousin, inspired by his tales of riches, and to escape the bad people he got involved with after the war. Niko leaves the boat, meeting up with his cousin Roman for the first time in years.
Niko, my cousin! I couldn't believe it, you're here! Welcome to America!
Bravo, Barazzaru!
What?
Roman goes on to talk about his night with two women and how he's going to take over the world, clearly drunk out of his mind. So considering Roman is too drunk to drive, Niko drives him over to the quote-unquote mansion. On the way, we get introduced to the driving mechanics, and to be honest, I see a lot of people complaining about the driving in this game, claiming it's too realistic, but in my honest opinion, it's a skill issue on their part, as the driving is pretty solid in GTA 4, and I like the fact that it's more realistic than the arcadey feel of GTA 5. Also, the colors and the overall atmosphere in this game really does make you feel like an outsider to this world. Exactly what Niko is, someone that's just arrived in a brand new country. I still find it impressive that Rockstar managed to capture that just by the way the world feels and looks. Anyways, Roman and Niko pass the cab office, and Roman claims that it's the business that will help them take over the world. And after hearing more of Roman's stories, they arrive at the mansion.
This is the mansion?
Just a temporary place. The mansion is coming, cousin. That's the dream. Follow me.
As you can see, it's not quite the mansion he described in his emails, and Niko quickly catches on, getting a first-hand look at Roman's life in Liberty City, a crappy apartment riddled with cockroaches.
During the war, we did some bad things, and bad things happened to us. War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other. I was very young and very angry. Maybe that is no excuse. Roman? Roman! Are you sleeping, you fat
No,
fuck?
no way.
Come on!
What's the time? Shit. I've got to get the cab back. It's on the shift.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus! Tastes like a
Wrong.
rat shot in it. Niko,
Jeez.
I've got to run. Come
What?
meet me at the cab office. It's
you
easy.
talking
Out the
about?
door, turn left, then the first
I
left at the diner, go down
I
one
know
block
you.
and turn right on Iroquois. Then walk all the way down, and we're right there on the left
you
on the corner of
talking
Cisco
about,
Street.
man?
It's really flash. We got lots of TDs and some incredible molders. Niko, give me a hug. Good to have you here, cousin. I've got something for you.
So now Niko is somewhat settled into Liberty City, we get access to the first save files of the game, where Niko can sleep to save the game and advance the time by 6 hours, which you most likely won't use too often, considering this game has that handy auto-save feature. Niko walks outside, and we're introduced to the parking spot system, which saves your car in the parking spot to use later, and fast food vendors, which replenish your health. And trust me, you're going to be using the fast food vendors a lot whilst playing, considering health is insanely important in this game. game. Oh yeah, and in the PC version, you can actually put your own music in the game, which is a pretty cool feature to be honest. But the soundtrack in this game is amazing. Like seriously, it's probably one of my favorite parts of this masterpiece of a game. With that short tutorial out of the way, Niko jacks a car and drives over to Roman's taxi office, meeting up with him and his girlfriend Mallory.
Hello, Roman. Hello, niece.
Mallory, this is my cousin I tell you about, Niko.
Hi.
Niko, this is Mallory, the beautiful girl I tell you about. See, not everything I tell you is bullshit.
I bet most of it was.
Hey.
I hope you're less full of shit than your cousin over here.
Thank you.
This is the woman that I'm going to marry.
But unfortunately, not everything is sunshine and rainbows, as Vlad, a loan shark Roman owes money to, walks in and kills the vibe.
You treat me like a bitch.
Never. I treat you like an idiot, not a bitch, huh?
I guess it's true. The beautiful women do like the guys with a funny sense of humor. Ho ho. I'm laughing.
I'll get you the money.
I know. And Roman, tell this fucking yokel here, if he doesn't stop staring at me, I'll have his head chopped off and put a film of it on the internet!
Mallory glazes Vlad despite being Roman's girlfriend, and Niko alongside Roman hop in a taxi and head over to the hardware store, the place where Roman gambles his money. On the way there, Roman talks about how he's going to win all this money by gambling, and he hands Niko his old phone in case some Albanian loan sharks pull up for Roman's debt. So Niko waits around for some time till the loan sharks pull up and he contacts Roman to warn him.
Shit, Niko, it's them. They must have been told I was here.
Come back here, you shit!
Niko drives Roman back to the cab depot, getting chased by the loan sharks, but considering Niko is a good driver, he easily loses them and arrives safely at the depot.
We're here. You like your phone? Maybe one day you get a premium quality one like mine. Then you will have really made it.
I can only wish.
Whilst waiting for a text from Roman, Niko witnesses a street fight, and these small NPC interactions happen 24/7 throughout Liberty City, and it honestly makes the world feel so real and so alive. Even all these years later, it blows my mind with the amount of detail in this game. This game came out in 2008, like I repeat, 2008. Niko receives a text from Roman asking him to head over to the depot, so he does, and witnesses Roman getting threatened by the Albanians.
Don't be a dick, man, come on!
Where's your Russian friend now, huh?
It's not my friend, he's my loan shark!
Stop this!
Who are you?
Get out of here.
What?
Yes.
My arm!
What about you?
Help me!
Come on, Supak.
Landor, help me!
Get out of here now! And if you come back, I'll kill you. You understand?
You forgot this? You Albanian pricks!
Roman then presses Niko about what he just did, despite him literally saving his life, and he gets a call from Mallory asking him to pick her and a friend up from the train station, but forces Niko to do it for him instead.
She's got a friend with her, maybe someone you can date.
Fuck you.
Niko drives to the subway station in Hoa Beach and picks up Mallory and her friend Michelle. On the way to drop the ladies off at Michelle's house, Mallory sets up Michelle and Niko to go out on a date, considering he's new to America, and of course, to introduce us to the girlfriend mechanic in this game, but then Mallory roasts Niko's clothing choice for some reason, forcing him to buy some new threads before his date with Michelle. I mean, give the guy a break, right? Michelle hands Niko a phone number and he drops them off at her house, calling up Roman shortly after to talk about how Mallory hates his clothes. So Roman suggests Niko to a local clothing store to buy some new 21st century clothes. Niko heads over there and browses the selection, purchasing some new pants and some new crepes. This isn't the only store to buy clothes from in the game, but for now, Niko will have to stick with purchasing clothes imported from the old country.
I got some clothes. It looks like they brought the stuff in from the old country, though.
We must take what we get. When the big money rolls in, then we will look real classy. Anyway, you have Michelle, a classy girl for your arm. You should definitely keep dating her.
Niko takes Roman's advice and sets up a date with Michelle on the phone and drives over to pick her up from her apartment, but as he arrives, Roman contacts him explaining that the loan sharks are after him. So we're met with a choice, go on the date or save our cousin. Of course, Niko heads over to rescue Roman.
Listen, Darden is a good friend of mine. It was a misunderstanding.
Hey! Shit! There he is! Keep on fat boy here, and I'll talk to him. Our problems with your cousin.
I told you to stop. Now it's too late.
Niko is forced to beat up the Albanian loan shark Bledar, introducing us to the fighting system in GTA 4, which is pretty simple and easy enough despite getting my ass beat. Trust me, it was an off day for me when I was recording this gameplay. Niko proceeds to beat up Bledar and Kaleem, knocking them both out.
You alright, cousin?
Yeah, fine. Fucking loan sharks, man.
Then out of nowhere, Darden shows up wielding a knife and runs away, so Niko chases after him, chasing him through the streets of Broker till Darden hops out of his car, escaping on foot, and Niko catches up to him, engaging in a fight where Niko takes Darden's knife and stabs him to death. Niko drives Roman back to the garage, and on the way, Niko talks about Bulgarin, comparing him to men like Darden, explaining to Roman that Bulgarin is the reason for him coming to America. The cousins part ways, and Niko finally heads to Michelle's for his date, which introduces us to the friend and girlfriend mechanic where you can take people to do various activities like pool, darts, eating food, drinking, watching shows, going to the strip club, and the infamous bowling activity.
Niko, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
Each friend has likes and dislikes, and if they like you enough, they unlock abilities, but I'll get into that further in the video when we're introduced to the various friends in GTA 4. Also, on the topic of activities, I had no idea Ricky Gervais was in this game. I'm not even joking, he does a show at the comedy club, which I never knew, and I've played this game like 20,000 times over the years. The more you know, I guess.
But the truth is, I'm a bit overweight myself. No shit. Someone shouted, no shit.
Niko arrives at Michelle's house and something seems a little off.
Did you just move in?
No. Why?
All your stuff is new. Some even still have tags on.
Yeah, well, I like things clean.
I can see that. But, everything is new.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with cleanliness. Things get on my nerves and I just throw them out. OCD or something?
Oh.
She's either insanely awkward or has something to hide. Either way, Niko doesn't look into it too much and they both head out on their date to the fun fair. Niko definitely knows how to treat a woman. On the way to the fun fair, Michelle presses Niko about why he missed their date earlier due to Roman getting beaten up, which she understands shortly arriving at the fun fair. Unfortunately, it's closed, so they are forced to do the next best thing.
Bowling sounds like fun.
Whilst walking over to the bowling alley, Michelle thanks Niko for taking her on a date as she doesn't get out much. Overall, being as lonely as Niko is, the couple play a few games of bowling, and I don't know if it's my lack of skills or what, but I absolutely suck at the bowling minigame. To be honest, I'm terrible at it in real life too, so it's probably just translating over into the gaming world. After beating Michelle at bowling, Niko drives her home and she presses Niko once again, but this time about why he's in Liberty City. Again, just being suspiciously nosy.
I'm really interested in seeing you again.
Yeah, that would be good.
On the way back to Roman, Niko comes across a random druggie by the name of Brian Meach, who proceeds to mock him and hands Niko $100 for no reason whatsoever.
Tell you what, have $100 on Uncle Sam, Benjamin motherfucking Franklin. Freedom! This coke is okay.
With that strange individual, and I mean strange individual, out of the way for now, Niko heads to Roman's taxi office and we witness Vlad getting uncomfortably close to Mallory, and Vlad disrespects Niko.
Oh, hey, Niko.
Where's Roman?
Good question.
Hey, Yoko, your damn cousin isn't here. Go get me a coffee.
What?
Get me a fucking coffee! Come on, I'll get you one.
After giving Vlad the death stare, he still continues to disrespect Niko till Roman walks in, and the attention quickly turns to him.
Nice aftershave. What is that? Sex pest?
No, it's where is my fucking money?
I had it. I had some of it. Then those Albanians you said you would deal with came and smashed my computer.
So it's my fault?
I didn't say that.
Good.
So considering Roman can't pay Vlad his debt, he proposes that Niko and Roman do a few favors for him instead, which Roman agrees to. Roman then receives a call from one of his regulars, Jermaine, to pick him up, forcing Niko to do the taxi job for him, of course. So Niko heads out, picks up Jermaine at Rotterdam Hill, and drives him over to Masterson Street, and on the way, Jermaine talks about the wild stories Roman told him about Niko, which consisted of Roman's famous lies. They arrive at the place, but unfortunately a bunch of police officers pull up, so Niko is forced to escape them, introducing us to the wanted levels and the police system in GTA 4. When I was younger, the police were a lot harder to escape from, but nowadays they're fairly easy to come against. Unless you're at a 6-star wanted level, of course, but that's the same with any GTA game. After escaping the cops, Niko drops Jermaine off at Gibson Street outside of Pay and Spray, which is a place you can use to easily clear your wanted level, also repairing and respraying your car in the process. A pretty handy feature. With that taxi job successfully completed, Niko heads back to the taxi office to meet up with Roman again, witnessing him stressing out over calls for his taxi business whilst Niko tries to get a drink out of the vending machine.
Hello, Roman Belik's up. Shit, fucking battery. This is chaos.
Capitalism is a dirty business.
Yeah? Like war?
not exactly.
No, maybe not. When you going to tell me properly about what happened? I'm not going to judge you.
When you got time.
There, I have time.
Another time. Can I help?
Roman asks Niko to pick up his friend called Little Jacob, a Jamaican guy who is easily the best side character in this entire game. Like seriously, I love this dude. Niko picks up Jacob and drives him over to Shotler, and on the way he gives Niko a pistol, giving us access to the first gun of the game just in case anything bad happens. When he arrives at the place, Jacob tells Niko to get in a good position to watch over things, so he does just that, but then some people arrive.
What's this? I know there's only gonna be one of you who's coming.
Jacob. We have to teach a bad man his lesson and thing.
Turns out this is an ambush on Jacob, so Niko takes them all out with his brand new pistol, successfully assisting Little Jacob. A common complaint I hear about GTA 4 is the difficulty and the combat. Like, trust me, there are people out there, specifically on YouTube, that actually think this game is hard. But I believe that to be a skill issue, considering I literally didn't fail a mission or die once in my playthrough. Also, the gunplay is satisfying and fun in my honest opinion. With the enemies dealt with, Niko drives Little Jacob over to the cafe, and on the way, Jacob hands Niko his number for more jobs in the future. Obviously because he did a great job dealing with his rivals. Dropping him off at the cafe and receiving a call from that loser Vlad.
Yoko, Fatty Roman's cousin. It's Vlad.
Vlad, name doesn't ring any bells. I'm sorry.
You better start remembering important people, you dumb peasant. Your cousin owes me a lot of money. If you don't want to make things real difficult for him, you are going to come to Cameron's bar in Mohawk. I have a work for you.
On the way to Vlad, Niko gets a call from Jacob asking him to help him with something and to meet him at his place on Dillon Street. But that will have to wait because Niko arrives at the bar to meet up with Vlad, coming across a drunk guy doing drunk guy things. Niko sits down with Vlad and he informs him that an old man who owns a china shop on Camden Avenue in Dukes hasn't paid him in months, so he wants Niko to go over there and teach him a lesson. So without hesitation, Niko arrives at the china shop and confronts the man.
You think this door is going to save your shop? There's shit I can break out here.
Vlad should pay me to tell punks like you to go away. He get no money.
Considering the old man is not cooperating, Niko finds a brick and smashes the shop window to change his mind.
Stop it, shitbrain. I pay up now. I pay up. Shit, here. I thought Vlad and I had understanding.
Only thing I understood was you owed him money.
With the money safely secured from the china shop owner, Niko takes it back to Vlad. And he tells Niko that the old man is the biggest crook in the neighborhood as he's ripping off his customers with cheap products, but Niko couldn't care less and leaves. Turns out Vlad has another job for Niko, so he heads back to the bar and confronts Vlad, telling him to stay away from Mallory to no avail, as Vlad has more important matters to discuss. Once again, someone else is avoiding paying Vlad, some guy who owns a laundromat on Masterson Street, and you already know what Niko's job is. To teach the guy a lesson. So Niko drives over to the laundromat to get Vlad's money from the owner, but to his surprise, he tries to run away, so Niko has no choice but to chase after him and ram his van till he pulls over and gives up.
You got me, okay?
Why have you not paid Vlad the money you owe him?
I'm going to. I've just been having the trouble getting it together. Vlad is an impatient man.
You will be getting the money to him soon, or your wife shall be using your washing machines to get the blood out of your clothes. Do you understand? I do not ask twice for a favor.
I understand. I will get into it. I thought this country was different.
Niko calls up Vlad to let him know the laundromat owner will pay him, but Vlad still manages to disrespect Niko. I honestly want to kill him at this point. He then tells Niko to meet him at the bar again soon, which he does, getting another job from him.
Where are we going?
To my car.
Why?
Because of your cousin owed me a lot of money, and until he pays me, you're fresh off the boat. Yakel ass is mine. What the fuck you mean why?
Hey, you are a pretty relaxed guy, huh, Vlad?
Come on! Подвинься, старая ведьма! Come on, Yoko!
What's wrong with you? You gonna jump me?
No, I had a late night last night. Spent it with Mikhail.
Great.
Yeah, wild!
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So who the hell is Mikhail?
Hey,
Mikhail's the man. Shit, my nose is bleeding. Is my nose bleeding?
No, not yet.
Fuck this. Come on! Wait! I'm walking here! Let's go! Damn city, always trying to run you down, huh?
Hey, man, can I borrow
Get a
$1?
job,
Hey,
you deadbeat crackhead!
Just a little change, man.
Man, where do these people get off? Like I'm gonna pay for their drug habits. Well, say something! You're so fucking laid back! Moron! Come
on!
Turns out he wants Niko to head up to Duke's via the train to take a car, as the owner of the car owes Mikhail Faustin, Vlad's boss, some money. A clever way to introduce us to another form of transportation in the game, which I only use this one time. Niko takes the train to Duke's and finds a silver ballista compact car. Niko takes it, and on the way back, Vlad tells Niko to take it to a car wash and then drive it back to his lockup, which he does. I feel like the car wash system is practically useless in GTA 4, as the pay and spray is a much better mechanic, but I guess if you want a clean car, you can always go to the car wash. After Niko takes the car back to the lockup, he contacts Vlad to let him know the good news, and Vlad tells him to meet him at the bar once again. But before that, it's time to meet up with little Jacob. On the drive to Jacob, Roman calls up Niko for a game of pool, which he reluctantly accepts. So Niko and his cousin play some pool for a bit. Like I said earlier in the video, if you do activities with your friends, you can boost their likeness towards you. So if Roman likes you enough, it will unlock the ability to call up a free taxi from his company, which is pretty handy if you don't want to drive. And if little Jacob likes you enough, it will unlock the ability to call him up to buy some weapons from his trunk. And speaking of little Jacob, Niko arrives at his crib for the job he was talking about earlier.
What up, Niko?
Hey.
Glad to see the man, you know. I'm to my man, Roman.
Roman? He's okay. He's still waiting for his big break, eh?
Big break? Sure. I promise I'll comfort to a fool in a Niko. A boy for creep before him can walk, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go for a little drive.
Turns out little Jacob has a deal to make, so Niko drives him over to the apartment block in Willis. And on the way, Jacob explains the plan to Niko. So pretty much he's buying some weed from a new source and attempting to make peace with his and his boss slash close friend Badman's rivals. But he doesn't trust them, so he wants Niko to help out. When they arrive, Jacob tells Niko to take the car around the back to get a jump on them in case they set Jacob up.
Sure. They didn't have no stuff, you know. They tried to take my car in.
So considering they tried to rob little Jacob, Niko takes out the drug dealers and meets back up with Jacob and drives him over to the townhouse in Meadows Park where the rest of the dealers live, and on the way, Jacob praises Niko for his good work. Seriously, I love little Jacob, man. I also like the fact you can see the smoke from little Jacob smoking in the car. It's the small details like that that make this game what it is. The duo storm the house and take out all the drug dealers, introducing us to GTA 4's cover system, which can get slightly frustrating at times. With all the dealers in the ground, Niko drives Jacob back to the cafe, and Jacob goes into depth about his relationship with his close friend and boss, Real Badman, comparing them to Niko and Roman, giving us a bit of insight into Jacob's life. Niko drops him off and heads back to the bar to speak with Vlad for one final job. Niko orders some water and meets up with Vlad. He explains that a guy named Ivan is planning to rob Roman, but after some back and forth, it turns out to be a setup scenario as Ivan angered Mr. Faustin. So Vlad wants Niko to kill Ivan and make it look like a robbery gone wrong. So with no other choice but to go ahead with taking out Ivan, Niko heads over to the taxi depot and chases after Ivan for a couple of minutes through streets and eventually across rooftops, till he falls and holds onto the edge for his life, introducing us to the choice system where we choose Ivan's fate. There's not many choices throughout GTA 4 and they don't really impact the story too much, other than the final choice of the game, which we'll get to later in the video, but some choices do give you nice little bonuses like an extra side mission. So with Ivan's life in Niko's hands, Niko spares him as Vlad doesn't deserve any more of Niko's help.
You can't be all bad. Stay out of Hove Beach.
Thank you. You won't regret this, man. I am out of here. Wanted to live anyway, get away from all these people from back home. Get into the real America. You're never gonna see me around here again. I owe you my life, man. You're a good man. You're a good man. Thank you.
With that out of the way, Niko heads back to the taxi office to speak with Roman, and he's met with him drinking and crying about Mallory, completely defeated.
I think she's messing around with Vlad. I saw his car parked outside her place the other day.
Yeah.
You knew?
I had suspicions.
You fucking knew?
What was I going to say?
You knew my woman was banging this warthog and you didn't do anything?
I didn't
say anything?
I didn't know.
You're an asshole, Niko Bellic! A disloyal user! After what I did for you, you dick! You fucking dick!
I'm sorry!
Screw you!
All right, so you want me to deal with it right now?
No. Sit down.
No! I'm not going to stand here and have you call me disloyal. You might let some Russian asswipe bang your woman, but I won't.
But you fucking did!
That was before I knew you cared!
Without hesitation, Niko heads to the bar despite Roman trying to justify Vlad's actions, even though he cheats on Mallory too. Niko arrives at the bar and confronts Vlad, telling him to stay away from Mallory, but he laughs at him and lets his goons deal with Niko whilst he escapes. Niko quickly takes out Vlad's goons and chases after Vlad through the streets of Broker till he crashes his car and has nowhere else left to run.
Hove Beach is a small place. My friends will find you.
You were the stupid one, Vladdy boy. Nobody fucks with my family.
With Vlad finally taken care of, Roman arrives and scolds Niko about killing Vlad, saying it was a bad idea due to his connections with some powerful people.
He tried to kill us. He screwed your girlfriend. What do you expect? I give him a massage?
Shit!
Niko tries to reassure Roman by getting sentimental and talking about his past and why he's came to Liberty City.
When I was in the army, we were going on a mission to ambush a squad who'd killed a lot of innocent people. They were our enemies, but we never did it. There were 15 of us, all boys from the village. But one of us betrayed the group. It was a setup. For money. 12 people died. 3 escaped. I know the traitor was not me. So for 10 years, I've been searching for the other 2. One of them lives here.
Why are you telling me this now? Do you always get sentimental after you kill people?
You kept asking.
Wonderful! You're here on some revenge mission for something that happened 10 years ago, and you don't care whose life you ruin anyway.
No.
Well, what?
I don't know.
Niko gets rid of Vlad's body and receives a concerning call from Roman.
Niko, are you there, cousin?
Roman, I'm here. What are you doing? Why do you whisper?
I am on Backstory. Your perestroika. Come, Niko, quick!
So Niko heads over to Roman's location, finding him hiding in a dumpster because he thinks he's being followed after Niko killed Vlad.
Roman, get out of there, man. Listen to me. Vlad was a piece of trash. They don't care about him. All they care about is making money. So, we say we work for them. Now get out of there. You smell like cabbage.
I don't want to, man. I'm shitting myself. Oh!
Get out of the dumpster, Mr. Fatman!
I guess Roman was right after all. Niko and Roman are kidnapped by Dmitry Raskolov and Mr. Faustin, along with a random nobody called Andre. All because Niko offed Vlad.
Who are you working for?
My cousin, Roman. Don't be an idiot.
That's not good enough. I'm gonna saw off your fucking arm. Speak!
Okay. You're dead like sit up the ass. What do you want me to say, huh? Ow!
Very funny. Do you think you're so smart?
No! I'm tied up in the basement a long way from home, while some ape threatens me with a hacksaw. So no, I'm not that smart.
Shut the fuck up! My fucking wife is watching television! Good Lord. What are you doing?
Nothing. I mean, I was finding out who he is.
And? Who is he?
He is his cousin.
You were about to cut up some guy in my house, making all that noise to find out he's his cousin. Where did you find this idiot?
He was a friend of your sergeant when we were in Vladivostok.
He's an imbecile. So, Niko Bellic, you think it's okay to kill my employees?
If he is an asshole, yes.
I agree. Asshole, look at me like I'm a piece of shit.
Боже мой.
Now listen, Niko Bellic. You are very lucky Vlad was an idiot. The only reason I keep him around is because I fucked his sister. Look at me. You owe me. I got some digheads in my neighborhood trying to run a shipment, yeah?
And we found a buyer for the TVs.
Yes, a buyer. But you got to get them for us so we can make the sale.
Can you untie Roman?
Хорошо.
Shut up, Roman.
Shut up!
Roman, shut up!
Shut him up!
Shut up, Roman!
Shut the fuck up!
Roman, shut up!
Shut up! Fuck! Mikhail! Shut up! Stop shooting people, you maniac! My wife doesn't like when people shout!
Whatever! You better get those screens soon!
Or I will personally pull your cousin's stitches out, one by one, and watch his guts spill onto the floor! Clean this shit up!
Listen, we'll take care of your cousin, but you better get a police car. And then you call me.
Roman! Roman!
Go! I'll take care of him.
From this interaction, you can clearly see Dimitri is the calm and collected one, and Mr. Faustin is the unhinged psychopath in their dynamic. So with no choice but to help them, Niko jacks a police car and calls up Dimitri, and Dimitri tells him that the van is driving around South Broker and to pull it over and take it to the lockup. But of course it isn't that simple, as there are 3 different vans driving around. So Niko pulls over each and every single one till he finally pulls over the van that's carrying the TVs.
Come out real slow, shithead.
I wouldn't do this. Kenny Petrovic is looking after this truck.
What you got back there? TVs? Show me.
Big fucking mistake.
Niko steals the van and drives it back to the lockup, successfully helping Mr. Faustin and Dimitri.
I've left the van where you say. How's Roman?
He's okay. A little scarred, but okay. You did good. Mikhail needs someone like you. Stop by and see him sometime.
On the way back to Mr. Faustin's house, Niko gets a call from Roman letting him know that he's completely okay despite getting shot. So with that good news, Niko arrives at Mr. Faustin's house for the next task from this raging psychopath. Turns out an NSFW producer called Joseph refuses to pay their protection money, so Mr. Faustin wants Niko and Dimitri to kill him, but Dimitri has other plans as he believes it's better to keep him alive to continue collecting money from him, again showing his more calm approach to situations. Niko and Dimitri drive over to the NSFW shop and confront the shop owner that's refusing to pay out the protection money. Despite the duo threatening him, Joseph still doesn't give up the money, so Niko is forced to shoot the NSFW actor in the leg, successfully taking the money and knocking out Joseph. Now with that out of the way, Dimitri and Niko drive over to the underground gun shop, introducing Niko to the world of organized crime. I never really visited any gun shops after this mission, as little Jacob was always on speed dial. After purchasing the micro SMG for $1,200, Niko hops back in the car and drives Dimitri back to Mr. Faustin's house, and on the way Dimitri talks about his relationship with Mr. Faustin, with how he's changed over the years, going from a fair man to an over-the-top maniac. Niko drops off Dimitri and he tells Niko to meet them at the club once Mr. Faustin has calmed down. So for the time being, Niko heads over to little Jacob and gets a warm welcome from Real Badman.
Hey! Hey boy, don't move. I said don't move, boy. How are you? Eh? Oh, where you come from? How are you?
Hey man, I'm here to see Jacob. It's Niko.
Niko? Badman, what going on there, sir? Some boy just beat off the door. Some boy just call himself Niko, say he want to see a road boy. Niko? I'm a boy that Badman, man. Yo, free up the boy, man, yo. Oh, your boy that? Yeah. Sure, come on you.
Badman tries to explain the situation they need help with to Niko, but because he can't really understand them, Jacob has to translate it so Niko understands. But pretty much they have a rival group of drug dealers that are moving in on their territory, so Niko's job is to eliminate the dealers. With the plan all set, Niko drives to the dealer in South Bohan and tails him back to his supplier. Yeah, you heard that right, it's a tailing mission. A type of mission that I don't really like at all, and they throw them in a couple of times throughout the game, but they don't really overstay their welcome compared to games like Assassin's Creed. Anyways, Niko follows closely behind the dealer through streets and streets and streets, even getting a call from Roman along the way.
Niko, it's your cousin. You want to shoot some pool?
This isn't a good time, Roman. I got another type of shooting on my mind.
Till eventually the dealer arrives at his supplier and Niko quickly deals with them, taking them all out and calling up little Jacob with the good news.
Tell Badman that I got rid of the competition.
Righteous. They kinda belong to I again.
Niko meets up with Dimitri and Mr. Faustin at the club to go over the next job, which is to kill a guy called Lenny Petrovic who Mr. Faustin suspects to be a rat, despite Dimitri thinking it's a bad idea. Either way, Niko has to follow Mr. Faustin's orders and heads to South Bohan to the train station, where he confronts Lenny.
Hey Lenny, Mikhail Faustin don't like you no more. It's nothing personal.
Faustin ain't nobody. Fuck off!
He's enough of a somebody to get you killed.
Killing him and making Mr. Faustin a very happy man. But Dimitri informs Niko that the hit was a huge mistake, considering Lenny was the son of Kenny Petrovic, who is a very dangerous man within the Russian mafia, but Dimitri promises to try and clear Niko of the murder because of Mr. Faustin's insanity. On the way back to Mr. Faustin's house, Niko gets a text from Roman asking him to head to the depot to meet someone special, but we'll get to that in a bit. Right now, Niko has more important matters as Mr. Faustin is arguing to his wife about their daughter, and he tells Niko that his daughter is ungrateful even though he's clearly not the greatest father figure, and that she's at Firefly Island with a quote pimp biker boyfriend, so he wants Niko to kill him. Again, with no other choice, Niko drives over to Firefly Island and finds Mr. Faustin's daughter with a biker boyfriend.
Am I property of the lost now?
Ha, if you were property, then all the brothers would get to share you. I want you all to myself.
Get away from Mr. Faustin's daughter.
Fuck you! This ain't Russia, and we ain't communists.
Tell my father I can see whoever I like.
I'm gonna get the brothers, and we're gonna kick your fucking ass.
So yeah, if you've already seen my Lost and Damned video, this is how Jason died. Niko chases after Jason on the bike and takes him out easily, then calls up Mr. Falston with the good news and Falston thanks him. On the way to Roman's taxi depot, Niko comes across Brian Meach once again, but this time he isn't giving Niko free cash.
Hey, I remember you. You're the comrade guy. The guy with all the jokes.
Oh, yeah. How time flies when you're having fun.
Right. And you're definitely having a lot of fun.
No doubt. Listen, dude, you want to make a quick buck? Come with me. I got something to show you.
Niko drives him over to a deal to buy some crack, and for once in the GTA universe, the deal goes well and Niko drives Brian back to his place. Pretty simple stuff. Niko heads to Roman's taxi office and finally meets that special someone.
Hey, Roman. Kuya steroid tipo.
Brucey, have you met my cousin, Niko? This is Brucey. We met online.
Oh, lovemeet.net?
No. In a dark corner, doing dark deeds. We're both players, my friend. Players. VIP. For real. Classy. But also sexy. That's how I like my women. I work at it, so they should too, right?
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
Brucey's a dreamer. He understands my vision.
Oh, so he's an idiot.
Hey!
Screw you.
Here we see the main side to Brucey, the one without his brother Maury bringing him down. A bullshot testosterone addict that is all about gym and working out. You know the type I'm talking about. You've definitely met one of these guys. Considering Niko doesn't have an email yet, Roman tells him to go to an internet cafe to register his email to be logged in into the world of Liberty City internet, as it's pretty important, I guess. Oh yeah, and remember these are the ancient times of 2008, so the majority of people didn't have home PCs. A strange time in the world indeed. Niko drives over to the internet cafe and is greeted by the lovely assistant who sets him up on a computer. So with the computer set up, Niko goes on the web and registers his email. Considering the internet is not a major part of the game, it's pretty detailed as you can check emails, look at news stories, random adverts and websites. You can even go on dating sites and even buy ringtones and wallpapers for Niko's phone. With the email all set up, Niko calls Roman to let him know he's finally online in Liberty City. Niko then arrives at Mr. Falston's house but is met by his wife instead, who invites him in and they have a nice little bonding conversation.
He did not used to be like this. When we were young, at home, he was beautiful. He was happy. He made me happy. But then something changed, years ago. I never quite knew what it was. So many years I wondered what it was, or what was wrong with me, that I did not see it in him. Or I changed him.
Life is complicated. I never thought I'd live like this.
No?
When the war came, I did bad things. And after the war, I thought nothing of doing bad things. I killed people, smuggled people, sold people.
And you don't worry about your soul?
After you walk into a village and you see 50 children, all sitting neatly in a row against the church wall, each with their throats cut and their hands chopped off, you realize that the creature that could do this doesn't have a soul.
God is very complicated. You mustn't give up hope.
Well, I don't know about that.
Mr. Falston then walks in and disrespects his wife, showing once again how unhinged he is.
I tell you one thing and you ignore me!
Dimitri pleads with Mr. Falston to calm down and not go ahead with what he wants Niko to do, but then Falston orders Dimitri away and runs down the plan to Niko. There's a guy who owes him money that owns a garage, so he wants Niko to pick up a truck and take it to him. Pretty easy stuff. Niko drives over to the truck, hops in and calls Mr. Falston.
Mr. Falston, I have the truck.
Drive it over to the garage on the corner of Guantanamo and Windmill. Park up inside.
Sure. What am I delivering?
When it's inside, trigger the explosives. Should blow up good. Maybe you be careful on the drive over. It's pretty volatile stuff.
Explosive? What the fuck?
Yep, the truck is carrying explosives. So Niko carefully drives the truck over to the garage, and on the way he gets a call from Roman asking him to go drinking. I swear this guy calls at the worst possible times. Niko finally arrives at the garage and triggers the bomb. Niko escapes the area and calls Mr. Faustin, telling him to never put him in a position like that ever again. With Mr. Faustin's job out of the way, Roman calls up Niko to tell him that Brucey has some work for him and to meet him at his auto shop. So with nothing better to do, Niko heads there meeting up with Brucey, where he tries to show how fast and strong he is without knowing what Niko is capable of.
Enough, man! Enough!
He then asks Niko to touch his pecs, and obviously Niko turns him down, and he goes on about how he likes women and isn't gay, just typical Brucey stuff. He then tells Niko what he wants help with.
I need you to whack some people, only they're in hiding.
How do I find him?
Man, you're cold! You didn't even blink!
So to find the guy Brucey wants killed, Niko has to steal the cop car and use the police database to find where the guy lives, introducing us to the police computer, which is pretty sick in my opinion, showing every criminal in Liberty City, and there's actually vigilante side activities you can do, but I'll get to that in a bit. Niko enters the guy's name, Lyle Rivas, using the police database and tracks his location. With his location in hand, Niko drives to Rivas' house, but unfortunately, he starts running away, so Niko is forced to chase after him and put him in the ground. Niko calls up Brucey to let him know the guy has been dealt with, and he lets Niko know he has some more work for him. So with that being said, Niko heads to Brucey's crib to talk about the next job and witnesses him working out and bragging about his testosterone. But Niko isn't here for that, he's here for the job, so pretty much Brucey wants Niko to steal a car from an alleyway that belonged to Lyle Rivas, the same guy who Niko just killed. So Niko heads over to the alleyway and takes the car, but it isn't that simple because some thugs involved with Rivas start shooting at Niko, but Niko manages to escape them and take Lyle's car back to Brucey's lockup. With Brucey out of the way for now, Niko meets up with Dimitri to have a heartfelt conversation.
Dimitri.
Hey. Sit down.
What's the problem?
What do you think?
Mikhail, Mr. Faustin.
Uh-huh. You're given a choice. Kill your best friend or die. What do you do?
And there is no way out?
Not now. Not after you killed Petrovic's son.
You don't have any family. You could run.
Wherever you go, people will find you if they want to badly enough. And for this they want blood.
But you and Mikhail, you have so much history.
Sure.
Well, I killed the boy, so they want me too.
No. I told them you were a hired gun. And they said, as long as you were the one to kill him, you'd be spared.
So that's the way it is.
Yes, that's the way it is. He'll be leaving his house in a little while and heading for the club. Do what you have to do. You know, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that we must obey the rules of the game. We can pick the game, Niko Bellic, but we cannot change the rules. See you later.
Niko drives over to Mr. Faustin's club to confront him just after picking up some body armor left by Dimitri, and Faustin clearly already knew Niko was coming, being prepared for what's to come. Faustin sets his goons on Niko, forcing Niko into a massive gunfight throughout the club and chasing Faustin to the roof, where Niko puts him out of his misery for good.
Faustin is dead.
You did a good thing, a hard thing, but a good thing. Hopefully this will mean peace with Petrovic.
After some time, Dimitri calls up Niko, telling him to meet him at a warehouse, alone, sounding very, very sketchy. So little Jacob accompanies Niko to the warehouse without Dimitri knowing, just in case. Honestly, little Jacob is the bestest friend I've ever known. Niko arrives at the warehouse alongside little Jacob.
Sharp eyes, huh?
You don't know, my avid scene star.
Hey, Niko. Glad you could make it.
Yes. You got the money?
Sure. But I just wanted to say how grateful me and my bosses are for what you did.
Good.
Yes. And I just wanted to check something with you.
Okay.
You are Niko Bellic, correct?
What is this?
And you used to work the coast in the Mediterranean, smuggling people into Italy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you messed up. And left a lot of bad debt. You left a good friend of mine out of pocket. Big time.
Hello, Niko.
Hello, Mr. Bulgarin.
Where is our money?
I don't know. I didn't rob you.
Really?
We were busted a mile off the coast. I had to swim for my life. I don't know what happened. I nearly drowned.
My heart is bleeding.
I did my best. I didn't fuck up.
With that absolutely disgusting betrayal from Dimitri, Niko fights alongside Jacob, taking out waves of Bulgarin's men, eventually escaping the warehouse, outrunning a few cops, and taking Jacob back to the cafe to part ways for now.
I'm gonna speak to Batman. You keep on alone, call a woman and get out of this place.
Hey, thanks for your help, Jacob.
One love, my brother.
Unfortunately, it isn't the end of it, as Roman calls Niko, telling him to meet him in an alleyway, and from the sound of his voice, he's clearly distressed. So Niko quickly heads over there to meet up with him.
Roman, where are you?
In here. I'm stuck. Let me out.
Shit, man. What are you doing in there?
I got scared. People started calling the house and hanging up. You weren't answering your phone. What happened?
We've got a big problem. Dimitri was not a man of his word.
So we're dead?
More or less.
Everything was fine before you.
Yes.
Fine, and now this? Thank you. Thanks a lot.
It's Veni.
Nebitno. What's done is done.
Yes, but there's a bigger problem.
What?
That guy I owed money to, Bulgarin.
Yes, the guy in Europe who lives by the Adriatic.
Yeah, he's here now.
Great.
I'm sorry. I've ruined your life.
No, don't be like that. We can find a way out of this. Bunch of idiot Russians.
I will kill every one of them.
No, that's exactly what you won't do. We don't have time for revenge. We can't afford it.
What can we afford?
We can lay low. And start over.
The cousins head back to Roman's apartment, and on the way Roman calls Mallory to ask if she has an apartment in Boham for them, which she does, but then they arrive at Roman's apartment.
Holy fuck, it's fucking burning! The whole place! I've got to go in! I've got to get something!
Leave it, cousin. This place is gone.
They burnt it! They fucking burnt it, Niko!
With no time left to lose, they head over to the taxi depot where they find that on fire too.
I've got nothing left! Not my home, not my business, nothing! They took it all!
I'm sorry, Roman. I'm really sorry, but we have to go. We'll meet Mallory in Boham. You still have her.
And you! For all the good you've done me!
With nowhere else left to go in Broker, the cousins head to Mallory's in Bohan. And on the way, Roman rips into Niko, telling him that it's all his fault, and that he wouldn't be in these kind of situations if he never moved to Liberty City. But as they arrive at the apartment in Bohan, his mood quickly changes for some reason.
Not so bad. I mean, I don't think we'll be impressing women with our wonderful hot tub, but this looks okay.
Yes, great.
Come on, what's wrong?
What's wrong? What's wrong? Where should I start? All right, I'll start with you. What's wrong with you? 15 minutes ago, you were cowering in fear because you didn't know what was going to happen. Now, you know everything is shit, and we're going to be killed, and you're all cheerful. I don't get it.
I guess I'm an optimist.
An idiot, not an optimist.
I was bored of Broker anyway! I'm glad you turned up and made some Russian killers burn down my home and business. Oh, yeah, thanks, Niko. Thanks a bunch. Is that better?
Much!
Mallory arrives and lightens up the mood a bit as she tells Niko she knows a couple people that can help as she grew up in Bohan, and to meet her at the community center. I honestly like how in different points in the game you unlock the various islands in Liberty City, getting access to more of the map and meeting new people along the way, truly showing the progress in Niko's road to revenge, and how he goes from an outsider to a part of the city. On the way to the community center, Niko gets a text from Brucey to head to his apartment, but for now, Niko has to meet some brand new faces in Liberty City, starting with Manny Escuela, a former member of the Spanish Lords gang and former heroin addict who is now clean and wants to clean up the streets, but doing it in the most annoying way, filming it, overall trying to get fame out of it, not actually wanting to help people. Niko meets up with Mallory and she introduces him to Manny, but then Manny annoys Niko, and in turn Niko breaks the camera. Well deserved, to be honest.
What are you doing?
What were you saying?
We gotta get some of these dealers off the streets, man, you know? And I want him to know it was me, man.
Fine, just don't point the camera at me when you're doing it.
Well, it's my testimony, man. Look, brother, will you help please. Look, I got money. I got money.
In which case, you've got help.
Good. All right. Hey, how's the camera?
It's not good.
What do you mean it's no good? Can
Just
you
don't
tape this?
even...
Okay. All right, okay, well, listen, look. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get all these dealers off the streets, and we're gonna kick their ass.
Because Manny has money, Niko helps him on his crusade to clean up the streets. First by heading to a dealer's place, and on the way to have a conversation about Mallory, considering Manny grew up with her. When they get to the dealer, we're thrown into another tailing section, but this time in a car. So Niko follows the dealer back to the warehouse, all whilst Manny just speaks some utter nonsense about getting Niko his own show or something. I don't even know. They arrive at the warehouse, and Niko shoots the lock off the door and takes out every single dealer in the warehouse, leaving nothing but corpses, and heads back outside.
The fearsome street warrior stands outside the site of another gangland massacre.
That's right.
Oh, cut.
What?
Okay.
What? Oh. Could you walk out of there just one more time? We need to get the shot just right.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I can put my foot to your face if you like. I don't mind doing that again and again till I get it right.
Easy, Niko. Hey, did it look good? Huh? Was it a good mixture of that sadness and resolve?
You looked great.
Great, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, from the top?
Yeah, right here. Wait, where are you going?
More senseless death than the police aren't even here yet. Help has only one name on the streets of South Bowen. Manny Escuela.
That's right. Follow me. We'll be prepared. Street life ain't pretty.
With that faker done for now, Niko heads over to Bruce's apartment, but on the way, Niko gets a call from Dimitri himself, the absolute snake, saying he will find Niko and his cousin, but Niko doesn't care and finally arrives at Bruce's crib, where Niko punches Brucey in the stomach and he tells Niko that the cousin of Lyle owes him money, and he's refusing to pay, but for some reason, Brucey headbutts the wall. Considering Lyle's cousin is gay, Roman sets up a dating profile for Niko to catfish the guy. Niko heads over to the internet cafe to log into the dating website, finding the guy's dating profile called French Tom and clicking date. Also, the profile they set up for Niko has to be the funniest thing I've seen so far in this game. Just look at the picture, man. Just look at the picture. So whilst waiting for French Tom to respond to the date request, Niko heads back to the community center where he witnesses Manny making a video with the police commissioner, Francis Becquery.
For a cop, you ain't so bad, man. You know, give it up. The streets, man. Word, give it up. Hey, Officer McCree, this is Niko right here. This is my man Niko.
Oh, good to meet you. I hear you're helping this guy with his vital work for our city.
Oh, no, I'm just a tourist.
Francis leaves and Manny talks more nonsense about cleaning up the streets again, till he finally tells Niko what he wants him to do, which is to do a drive-by on some gang members in South Bohan. So he does just that and clears out all the gang members, cleaning up the streets once again for Manny. Manny then tells Niko that he will call him once he's got more work, but Mallory contacts Niko to let him know that she knows someone else who might have work for him for the time being called Elizabeta Torres. But we'll meet with her in a bit. As for now, Niko has some business to deal with real Badman.
Badman, what's up?
Boy, I'm there, road boy. I said no one can test me, no road boy. No one can test me. See?
Who's testing you?
Them slabber Russian type, my youth.
Yeah?
That's everything, disrespect. Yo, road boy, let me tell you something right now. But come and have a drink milk, road boy. I never come have a cut in a cow.
Right, whatever you say.
Yo, road boy, let me tell you something. You see, fish could keep their mouth closed. Them wouldn't get caught, road boy.
Exactly. Tell you what, let's go hit those Russian fuckers right now.
You know what, road boy? Come make we go deal with them boy there right now.
Niko and Badman head over to an alleyway where the Russians are making a deal, taking them all out and parting ways, successfully helping Badman. Niko then gets a text from Roman to check his email in case his date has responded, so he heads over to the internet cafe and logs on and replies to French Tom's email. Now with the date set, Niko heads over to the diner and meets up with French Tom.
Hey, are you my date? Thank God.
Now that he knows this is the guy he's looking for, Niko takes him out and calls up Brucey to let him know that French Tom won't be dating anymore. On the way back to Brucey's, Niko comes across that one drunk dude in the bar back in Broker called Mel. But according to him, he's turned his life around and asks Niko for some help, as everyone does in this city for some reason. I guess everyone loves Niko.
I know this is a lot to ask, but I was wondering. I owe a guy some money from my drinking days. And he's kind of angry. I don't suppose you could come along and keep him cool. I'm going to pay him back. Please?
Okay.
Niko drives him over to the meeting, and of course Mel's friends aren't too pleased to see him, as he did various things to them like destroying their TVs and peeing on their sofas. So Niko is forced to put them 6 feet under, in the end driving Mel back home. Now with that drunk dealt with, Niko arrives at Brucey's crib, witnessing Brucey just being Brucey like always, but unfortunately he wants Niko to compete in a race, but the car he tuned doesn't work, so the duo head out to quote borrow Brucey's friend's Comet for the race.
Here we be. You ready to feel the G's? Whoa! Your skin looks really rough, man. You had some help? A little botulism special there? I like that, homie. You want a shot when we get back?
I'm fine.
There's nothing too interesting in this mission, it's just your casual car race against brain-dead AI players, and after winning the race, Niko drops Brucey back at his place and is allowed to keep the Comet as a reward. Even though I lost it not too long after. This is what happens when you give me a good car. Oh yeah, and if Brucey likes you enough, you get access to his helicopter ability where he can fly you across the map, which I never used. I literally did not use it once. Niko meets up with another new face in Liberty City, Elizabeta, who's running a huge drug operation in Bohan. She needs Niko to oversee a deal they're not too sure about, and to be honest, they both hit it off pretty quickly.
More taxing than hanging with Manny on the streets.
Not so. For one, I won't have to listen to him talk.
True! Hey, Niko, this is Patrick! Packy McCreary.
Alright. Hey.
Introducing Niko to Packy, the person Niko is going to be protecting, so Niko makes his way to the vantage point to oversee the deal, and it goes exactly as you expect. A gunfight starts and Niko takes him out with a sexy sniper rifle, successfully protecting Packy.
Those dealers double-crossed your boy, but I managed to keep him alive.
Monomy was right about you. You are good. I have some more work for you. I'm sure Packy is pleased as well, eh?
More work equals more money, so Niko heads over to Elizabeta's place and gets introduced to Johnny Klebitz and Playboy X. And Niko's job is to oversee another deal, but this time it's Johnny's heroin deal. Obviously, you already know who Johnny is, especially if you watched my last video. And if you haven't, then what are you doing? Go ahead and watch it. Anyways, Playboy X is the head of a drug operation in northern Algonquin, being more of a flashy, wealthy type of dude, especially with his penthouse. Someone who just wants more and more and more, but we'll get into that later. Overall, this is the exact same mission as the one in the Lost and Damned. Niko and Playboy X head over to the deal, and on the way we get some insight on what Playboy does, as he explains he knows every deal going on in the city and likes to oversee them. Eventually they arrive at the deal and meet up with Johnny.
Hey, you ready?
Sure, let's do this. Nothing like selling some dope to let you know you're alive.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, come on.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Not much. Let's do this.
You got the heroin, right? Right?
Come on, let's do this quickly.
But you got the heroin, correct? You're carrying it, correct? I mean, it's a simple question.
What's wrong with you? You're being fucking weird.
Not weird, man. I just want to know if you're carrying the stuff, right?
You ain't right, friend.
No,
Come on, let's get out of here.
LCPD! Freeze, motherfucker! I said freeze!
This time, Niko and Playboy X fight their way to the roof, across rooftops, and fight their way back down to hop in a car and escape the incoming feds. With the duo in the clear, Playboy X talks about his friend Dwayne Forge, who he used to roll with, how he's in prison, and the world isn't the same how it used to be. Looking to expand his horizons beyond what he used to do and what he's doing now. Niko drops Playboy off at his penthouse and says he will contact Niko with some work soon. So with that deal all finished, Niko heads back to the community center to talk to Manny.
And now, some punks been talking all kinds of shit too.
What punks?
Man, bitches I used to roll with, guys caught up in the game, punks in too deep, man. Yo, I tried, man. I tried to be a good guy. I said I'm reformed, man. But I'm pure ghetto, man. And this show's garbage.
Oh, come on.
We don't have to kill a shot, man. Jeez. We need to go bust somebody, man.
Do what you want, as long as it doesn't involve me.
Hey, yo, man, we're brethren, right? Give it up, man. All right, man. Yo, listen, can you shut these punks up for me, please?
Where are they?
They're gonna be coming in on the L train, man. From Algonquin to Dukes, man. Hey, I owe you, man. I owe you big time.
Niko drives over to Algonquin Bridge to follow a train containing the target Manny once putting down for disrespecting him. Funnily enough, I do remember this mission from when I was a kid, and to be honest, it was way harder back then. I honestly have no idea why, because after playing it again, I could tell you this mission is pretty easy. After following the train for about 20 minutes, it finally stops and Niko runs to the station and takes out the target, calling up Manny shortly after with the good news. Sometime later, Niko gets a text message from an unknown number telling him to meet them, so he heads there. And on the way, he gets a call from Michelle telling him to be careful of Elizabeta and not to get involved with her because she's a dealer. Not like Niko is a grown man that can take care of himself or anything. Anyways, Niko meets up with a mystery contact, and it turns out to be Francis McCreary, who knows literally everything about Niko, so he wants his help, pretty much blackmailing him.
Look out for me, and I don't look out for you. Know what I mean?
I think so.
So there's a guy trying to blackmail me.
Who?
I don't know. Thinks he's getting paid, though. The guy's smart. He arranged to do the exchange by the Humboldt River off Silicon Street. Said to call him from the viewpoint there.
Okay.
Listen, I did what I did. I made a mistake. That don't make me the devil. Now, obviously, I can't go, because then he gets a picture of me giving him money and I'm admitting guilt. I ain't guilty of nothing, other than being a man.
To be honest, I don't really care one way or another.
Well, I'm a good man.
No doubt.
He may be the police commissioner, but he's one of the most crooked people in the city. Niko heads to the blackmailer's location, calls his number, and takes him out, picking up the storage device that has the photos on and taking it back to Francis. Easy stuff.
Great. I can get rid of these now. I feel like a new man. Not many people get a second chance like this. It's my redemption.
Your sins are absolved, I guess.
Don't worry, we'll be seeing more of this corrupt police commissioner, but for now, Niko heads over to Elizabeta's and witnesses her arguing with little Jacob about a contact Jacob introduced her to that ripped her off, which obviously isn't Jacob's fault, because Jacob is the best. So Niko heads over to the old hospital to get Elizabeta's coke back. When he arrives, he takes out every single person in the way and picks up the coke.
I've got this stuff. You know where the heat is coming from?
I think I'm getting closer now. But there's one more cat me have to speak to.
Shit! Speaking of fucking cops, I think I have company. I gotta go.
So now Niko does the exact same thing as before, but this time taking out a swarm of cops whilst trying to leave, till eventually he hops on a boat and contacts little Jacob. Jacob explains that there's someone with him saying that they know him, so Niko quickly heads over to Jacob and meets up with him, but then a familiar face walks out of the shadows.
Hey, Niko. Hey, Jacob.
What are you doing here? This is no place for you, Michelle.
As it happens, it is. You see, Niko, I have been working for the government. I'm afraid it's my job to watch you. And now I have to ask you for the coke.
This is a joke, right?
Please, please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Look, they're about to take down Elizabeta.
I don't fucking believe this.
Listen, I'm sorry it had to be this way, Niko. I'm really sorry. Hey, you know, you could have gone down too if you weren't so useful.
You fucking bitch.
Niko.
Hold on. You mean to say you're going to let us off just like that? Nothing now, go on?
Well, my employers need the help of a guy like Niko. The office is in Algonquin. I'll call you. You know, as and when we need you. The coke, please.
No wonder she was being insanely suspicious and asking way too many questions. After seeing who Michelle truly is, Niko gets a text from Francis asking to meet up at the police station, every criminal's favorite place. But right now, Niko has better places to be, Playboy X's penthouse. Niko has a conversation with Playboy X about what motivates Niko.
Well, I need money. This pays. I can do it. I don't care if I live or die. And I'm looking for someone.
Someone special?
Yeah, you could say that.
But then Playboy's old friend shows up, the original leader of his drug operation, released from prison.
Yo, player!
Fuck you want?
There's someone here for you. Dwayne or some shit, I don't know.
Motherfucker got out? Damn. My dude!
What's up, son? What's going down?
You didn't tell me you was getting out? Man, I would've laid on a party, got some freaks out. Shit.
I called. Couple of times.
Man, hey, Dwayne, this is Niko.
Hey.
Niko Dwayne Ford. You taught me everything I know.
Psst, not everything.
So, hey, man, where you stand? You need some money? What's the plan?
What you mean, what's the plan? Pick up where we left off. I'm out, I'm back. We keep on rolling.
You say we?
Yeah, we. Unless you too fine. What? Your silk sheet, fancy dress wearing life too big for me now?
Oh, hey, now I ain't saying that. You know what's mine is yours. You need help, just holler. Hell, this Slavic motherfucker any good, he can help you. But you know I'll do anything I can.
But right now, we gotta roll. Just give me 1 second.
Ain't folk quick to forget.
Some folk.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Where did you get out from?
Preschool.
Okay, Dwayne, we gotta roll.
Alongside Playboy, Niko drives over to an alleyway downtown where Playboy has left some weapons, and on the way, Playboy goes over the plan. Pretty much some Union guys working for the Messina family have shut down Yusuf Amir's building site. Yeah, that Yusuf Amir, the absolute goat. So Playboy wants Niko to get rid of the Union goods so he can get on Yusuf's good side to have him on his team. With that being said, the duo arrive at the alleyway and Niko picks up a sniper rifle and they both head up one of the longest window cleaning elevators I've ever seen. Like seriously, it takes about 30 business days to get to the roof. Anyways, once at the top, Niko takes out the lookouts and a couple of enemies on the ground to make it even easier, and heads over to the building site to finish the job, taking out every Union leader in sight.
I got rid of all the Union problems on this site. As you can see, this place is going to need a cleanup before any workers come in.
You the money, son.
On the way back to Playboy X's penthouse, he calls up Niko to ask him to go and check on Dwayne and help him out over in Northwood. But before that, it's time for a change of clothes. Considering Niko is rolling with big ballers like Playboy X, and who could forget Brucey, I decided to get him a nice flashy suit, and I think it suits him well, to be honest. With a brand new suit equipped, Niko heads back to Playboy's penthouse to talk to him. Apparently Dwayne has been getting on his nerves and someone called Marlon has been disrespecting him, so he needs Niko to silence the guy talking down on Playboy. But just before Niko heads out, Playboy hands him a new phone to take a picture of the guy to make sure it's the right one. A new phone! Niko is moving up in the world. Niko drives over to the park and takes a flick of the guy and sends it to Playboy, who confirms it's the correct target, so Niko takes Marlon out. With Playboy X's jobs done for now, Niko finally checks in on Dwayne.
Oh, it's you. You alone?
Yeah, how you doing?
Fucking great. What you think?
Yeah, it's hard living with the past, huh?
Yeah, especially when the president's turned into an asshole. Fucking bitch. Nobody wants to roll with me no more. It's like I'm tainted.
He's finding it hard to adapt to the outside world now he's out of prison, with everyone forgetting about him and leaving him in the past, including his ex-girlfriend Charisse, who he financially helped whilst he was in prison, but is now dating the guy who ratted Dwayne out. So Niko decides to help him get his money back and drives over to the arcade where the couple are to confront them. But it takes a turn for the worse as Charisse's new boyfriend starts fleeing and Niko is met with a choice: execute Charisse or let her live. Niko allows her to live as he doesn't want Dwayne worrying about her blood on his hands, on top of the other problems he's dealing with, and Niko gives chase to the boyfriend. He takes him out and picks up Dwayne's money, meeting up with Dwayne at Clockenbell to tell him the news. Dwayne thanks Niko for not killing Charisse, and Niko leaves Dwayne to finish his meal. On the way back to Dwayne's crib, Niko receives a call from the undercover cop Michelle, who has to meet her outside the ULP building in Algonquin, but for now, Niko has more important places to be, meeting up with Dwayne. Once again, we get an insight on how Dwayne is coping in the outside world, and it isn't great. But he talks about a club he used to own called the Triangle Club that was taken over by the Tronchez brothers. So Niko, being the gun mate he is, he heads over to the club, and on the way, Brucey invites Niko out to the club, but because he's already on his way, he declines Brucey's invitation, arriving at the club. Once inside, Niko takes out all the managers and calls up Dwayne to let him know the new owners have, how do I put it, moved on. Unfortunately, sometime later, Playboy X calls up Niko, sounding pretty disappointed. Turns out the brothers who took over the club and Niko killed were actually partners with Playboy X, and therefore the club was in Playboy X's control, so he isn't too pleased with what Niko did. But that isn't Niko's concern right now as he meets up with Michelle.
Listen, I know what you must be thinking, but don't bother.
I'm sorry, but I don't see how you know what I must be thinking.
You've killed people. You should be dead yourself. Or inside. You're just lucky it was me and not someone else who got their hooks into you. I'm sorry that I lied to you. And weirdly, in some ways, you're a nice guy. Better than the creeps I normally date. But you're damaged goods.
The two head inside the ULP building, and Niko finally learns Michelle's true identity, which is Karen. Of course it is. Niko then gets introduced to an agent who's working for the IAA, whose name we don't learn at all as we only know him as the ULP contact. Mysterious man, I know. He then blackmails Niko into helping him out, so for the first job he wants Niko to find information about a man called Oleg Minkov. With no choice, Niko leaves to gather the info at Oleg's apartment.
And hey, welcome to America. Pascal Starodejeva.
Bushkow.
When Niko arrives at Oleg's apartment, he's met with no answer at the door, forcing him to break in and check his emails on his laptop. Judging from his laptop background, he seems to be in some sort of cult-like conspiracy theory group, but that's irrelevant as one of Oleg's emails reveals that he is meeting someone at Tulsa Street in Hove Beach. So the contact orders Niko to head there and eliminate Oleg. Unfortunately, as Niko arrives, Oleg spots him and tries to escape, but unlucky for him as Niko catches up with him and takes him out. With that dealt with, Playboy X contacts Niko, telling him to meet him back at his crib as there's something big they need to discuss. He also says Yusuf Amir shut down his site and made a memorial for the union workers, pretty much refusing to work with Playboy. So Niko heads over to Playboy's crib and they have a sit down. Playboy goes over his plans once he gets the money, which is to build parks and sponsor kids, etc. But then he reveals he wants Niko to take out Dwayne, his old mentor. And of course, he will pay Niko for the troubles. So with the fact Niko has to make this heavy choice, he calls up Dwayne.
Niko, man, I'm going crazy. Since I got out, things just don't make no sense.
Have things ever made sense?
They made sense inside. 3 meals a day, time in the yard, lockdown at 8. Things out here is mad crazy.
Tell me about it.
On the down low, I think Playboy wants me dead. Might just let him put a cap in my dome. End it all.
That what you want? Seriously?
Nah, fuck that shit. I ain't ready to go out yet. I need you to get him for me. I can't do it myself. He was my boy back in the day. That's something I won't be able to forget. You seem like you got my back, Niko. Help me out on this one, dog. I'll stick by you till the end. Take him out for me.
That's a pretty heavy request, Dwayne. Playboy was your best friend. And he's always been straight with me, more or less. I'll have to think about it.
It's either Playboy X or Dwayne, the ultimate choice. If you choose to kill Playboy X, Niko heads over to his penthouse, confronts him, and puts him out of his misery.
I was an example to all the kids, man. You can't take that away from me.
You didn't change the game. The game changed you.
Gaining access to his penthouse with a free pool table to play with your homies and also becoming friends with Dwayne. And if he likes you enough, you unlock the ability to call in a couple of Dwayne's goons to help you out in missions. But if you choose to kill Dwayne, it's honestly so sad.
Open up! It's Niko.
I thought you was my homeboy, that you was gonna put Playboy down for me. What you doing here?
It ain't that simple, Dwayne. This is nothing personal.
Fuck you, man. We was tight. You fake like the rest of them.
Niko takes out Dwayne, and because it's such a heartbreaking decision, he looks away whilst he shoots him, clearly showing that this is the worst decision he's made so far. And the crappy cherry on top is the fact you only get a bit of money, and Playboy hates you, blaming Niko despite him giving the order to take out Dwayne in the first place.
I put Dwayne out of his misery.
You did what you had to do, Niko. You got yourself that money. Good for you.
You want me to come around?
You took down Dwayne, Niko. I see your face. I see the cat that killed my mentor. Dwayne was like a father to me. I can't be around you no more. It's over between us. Now, I don't want no beef, but now you and me got some. So it's best if we just stay the hell away from each other, man. Shit. You nothing but a cold-hearted killer, man. I mean, where's the love? Where's your heart, homie? Man, you ain't cool. You try to find something to live for, man. Peace.
Overall, the best option by far is to kill Playboy X, and that's what I went with because Dwayne doesn't deserve it after losing everything.
Dwayne, I dealt with Playboy. You should know that he asked me to end you first. He was going to pay me a lot of money to do it.
Shit, man. He was a good kid back in the day. Always hungry, though. Always wanted more. Maybe I should have seen it then. Kept a closer eye on him.
You can't predict what people will become.
You right. I can't give you no money for helping me, son, but I got the deed to Playboy's fancy silk chic loft. You can have it.
Hey, man, I seen where you're living. You should take it.
Nah, it'll make me remember the kid too much. Maybe you'll stop by my place sometime, though. Hang out with me. I don't have many friends left, you know.
I'll give you a call sometime soon, Dwayne. Later on.
Speaking of Dwayne, Niko comes across his ex-girlfriend Charisse, and she tells Niko she's been getting abused by her new boyfriend, so Niko drives over to the boyfriend to confront him. But he doesn't seem too pleased as he pulls a gun on Niko, so he's forced to kill him despite Charisse not wanting him dead.
What the fuck? You killed him, you sick-ass psychopath?
Well, he ain't gonna beat you no more.
So I got him killed? You're worse than him any day.
Ungrateful, to be honest. Since it's been a while since we've seen Elizabeta, Niko gives her a little visit and is met with her freaking out as her bodyguard has snitched on her and she's getting closed in by the police, but then Manny shows up, shoving the camera in Elizabeta's face, which is unfortunate timing as she doesn't have time to play these kind of games. So with Manny and his cameraman dead, Elizabeta and Niko put their bodies in the trunk of a car, and Niko drives the bodies to a doctor who Elizabeta knows, but of course it's not your average everyday doctor.
I've heard you'll take care of them.
Natural causes?
Of course. Seems like a bullet in the head is as natural as it gets in this town.
They weren't sick, were they?
No?
Had a few problems with sick bodies. No one wants a liver if it's riddled with tumors, huh? Know what I mean?
No.
Shit. Looks like the bullet went right through this one's eye. And the price of eyes is through the roof at the moment.
Fine. Can I leave you with this or what?
Sure. I'll have these organs out on the street in no time. They're gonna help a lot of folks.
He'd been trying to help the streets his whole life. Maybe he'll actually be doing it now.
Niko calls Elizabeta to let her know that the bodies were taken care of, but it doesn't matter as the police are still onto her. She also ends up getting sentenced to 300 years in prison off screen. To be honest, it's surprising she lasted this long anyway, considering every single deal, and I mean every single deal of hers goes wrong. On the way to Francis for another job, Niko receives a call from Paki saying he needs another good man for some work, and because he's paying, Niko agrees. But right now it's time to talk to the crooked cop Francis at the station. They head to his office and Francis goes on about how he's a good guy or whatever he wants to believe, and tells Niko there's a lawyer called Tom Goldberg who also has some files on him, but considering he's hard to get to, Niko has to set up an interview with him and buy a suit, even though he's clearly already wearing one. So Niko heads over to the internet cafe and submits a resume to the lawyer website, but he has to wait till they schedule an interview. So in the meantime, he heads over to the ULP contact, but on the way he gets a concerning call from Mallory asking if he's seen Roman, but we all know what Roman is like. He's probably out drinking or playing bowling or gambling or whatever. So Niko just ignores it and arrives at the ULP contact's office where he gives Niko another task to do.
What's in it for me?
2 things. 1, you don't get 100 murders pinned on you. 2, maybe I will help you. And maybe I won't. Now get access to a police computer and wait for my message. Go.
Niko jacks a police car and uses a picture sent by the contact to search up the target he wants killed. With the location of the hangout in hand, Niko drives over there and calls the contact.
I found this place. There are a bunch of guys hanging around.
Well, he must be in there, Niko. Dispose of them all. We're doing a favor for our comrades in the East.
You better start doing me some favors soon.
Niko takes them all out. Easy work. Turns out the guy he killed was someone who funded terrorist plots, so the contact's jobs aren't just someone who is out for blood, but are actually important with decent motive. With that done with, Niko heads over to finally meet up with Paki.
All I'm saying is that we'll all be judged in the end. All of your brothers. And you, Patrick. And you, Kate.
Who's gonna judge Kate? What would she win if they did? Virgin of the Year?
I'm thinking maybe you can catch VD for both
Fuck
of us,
you,
Patrick.
Katie.
Language.
Sorry, Ma.
Niko gets introduced to Paki's mom and his sister Kate, and right off the bat, you can tell they have some kind of connection. Love at first sight, some may say, but that's not important right now, as Niko accompanies Paki to some business at the docks in Algonquin. On the way, Paki informs Niko with what's going on. So pretty much illegal meds are being smuggled in by the triads, and their job is to steal the meds for Ray Bacino. Yeah, that Ray Bacino, even though Paki doesn't trust him at all. They also have a conversation about prison where we learn Niko has spent some time inside. After some time driving, they finally reach the warehouse at the docks and we're introduced to the amazing mechanic of shimmying, which takes 25 business days to complete. Once on the rooftop, Niko and Paki ambush the triads, taking them all out and hopping in the truck full of the illegal meds, driving them back to Ray's lockup whilst throwing grenades out the window to take out the incoming triads. Finally arriving at the lockup and Ray himself shows up.
The stuff all in there?
Sure is. All safe and sound. Whole truckload of it.
Well, the wives and mistresses are gonna be happy when them men get a hold of those, huh? Whole city's gonna be hard in a few days' time. Who's this?
That's my boy Niko. He's an absolute savior. Couldn't have done it without him.
Niko, come over here. You work for these Mick bastards?
Fucking guinea.
I work for whoever's paying.
I might give you a call sometime. Get in, Paki.
Hey, I'll catch you around, man.
Niko then meets up with the ULP contact again. They have some back and forth arguing, and the contact gives him his next assignment.
I need someone neutralized. Guy is moving a lot of money for terrorists. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. The guy's gotta go. But I need to know his movements first. How? I've got something that's going to help you. Head over to Albany Avenue in Lansing and give me a call. Go.
Can I get paid for this? Can I get a medal?
Did you get a medal in your last war?
What did you give Michelle? For me?
Michelle? Karen, we gave her her life back. We didn't play too rough. We gave her some money. She still works for us.
What about me?
We'll discuss that later.
So with that info, Niko drives over to the Civilization Plaza, locates the chopper, and follows it all the way back to its destination, and when it lands, Niko takes out all the surrounding guards and hops in the chopper, taking it for himself, and flies it back to the drop-off point on the south side of the airport for the contact's next job.
My men have the chopper. They're going to strip it down and put it back together. It should be ready for you when you need it.
Why would I need it?
The guy I told you about. The guy you need to eliminate? The only way you'll get to him is in the air. I'll call you when we have a window. Goodbye.
With the contact happy for now, Niko gets a call from Francis and he explains he's the older brother of Paki. Makes sense considering their entire family is full of crooks, but at least Paki is an honest crook. But Francis tries to deny it because of the badge he hides behind. Francis goes on a rant about his family, but Niko isn't interested and meets up with Paki once again. He has a little moment with Kate again before Paki interrupts, and Kate leaves to let the boys do their talking.
So is you down, boy? Or is you out?
Down for what?
Down for robbing a thief.
Robin Hood.
Exactly, Robin fucking Hood.
Who are you going to rob?
The fucking mafia, boy.
Is the money good? What's the risk?
Well, the risk is we all die a very slow and painful death. And the money is good, very good indeed.
So you in, big guy? Or we're gonna have to kill you.
Well, since you put it that way, I mean...
Because the other guys can't drive, Niko drives them all to the waste depot, and on the way there, Paki reveals that their plan is to rob an Ancelotti crime family operation. He also goes into how the McCrary family used to be bigger than they are now, and people were scared of them. After some time, they arrive at the waste depot, they all hop over the fence, and take out everyone in sight till they reach the warehouse, where they eliminate even more enemies, and Niko steals the cash from the office. With the cash in hand, Niko and Paki swim towards a boat, whilst the other two fend off the incoming swarm of enemies. The duo drive the boat to safety, Niko receives his share of the money, and they part ways for now. Niko gets another call from Mallory telling him that Roman has been kidnapped, and it's at a warehouse in Bohan Industrial, so Niko quickly drives over there, but before he gets there, he receives a text from Dimitri himself, and it's a picture of Roman gagged, with a shotgun to his head. So with no time left to lose, Niko arrives at the warehouse and goes on an all-out insane killing spree, taking out every single person in his way to reach and rescue his cousin. This is why you don't mess with Niko's family. I honestly love this section. The feeling you get fighting your way up to Roman through waves of enemies is unmatched. Niko finally gets to the final room and takes out the guy holding Roman hostage, successfully rescuing his cousin.
Thank you, cousin! You saved my life!
We should get out of here!
So now it's time to take Roman home. The cousins hop in the car and drive back to the apartment in Bohan, and on the way, Roman explains how he got caught, and of course it was through one of his gambling games. Turns out a guy there knew Dimitri, so now the Bohan apartment isn't safe, and the cousins have to relocate to Algonquin. They arrive at the Bohan apartment, and Niko goes off on Roman.
Man, this is out of control.
I know.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
We're going to die. I don't want to die, man. Not like this.
How would you like to die?
Having a threesome on my 100th birthday? I don't fucking know. I'm scared, you cold bastard. What are we going to do?
I'm not cold.
You're cold. All you care about is revenge. Getting your own way.
And all you care about is money. And gambling it away on the internet. Oh, isn't America great? I get to sit in front of a computer and play Mr. Rich Man and get into debt with crooks.
Okay, I messed up. I know I did. I thought things would be different. I don't understand this place so good. Oh, man, what are we going to do?
Stop sitting in front of the computer gambling our money. Stop getting into illegal card games. Stop spending all our money.
Yes.
Thank you.
And stop thinking about the Russians. Man, we just need to disappear as far as they're concerned. Disappear!
Okay. But I want Florian and Darko. I need to know what happened. Give me that.
Fine, but leave the Russians alone.
I was not the one gambling in their private club.
I didn't know! Give a guy a break!
Okay.
I'm going to clean up. I have a nasty feeling I had a bit of an accident back there. And Niko.
What?
Thanks.
After some time, the lawyers contact Niko Bellic, informing him that his interview is tomorrow at 12. So in the meantime, Niko does another job for the ULP contact.
Bellic, we need you. Now. The chopper is prepped and waiting off Grummer Road in Northwood. Your sometime accomplice Jacob is there. He's riding shotgun on this one.
Jacob? The Rasta?
Don't ask unnecessary questions.
I want you to take out this guy's chopper. He was last spotted in Varsity Heights. No civilian casualties.
Niko meets up with the goat little Jacob and they fly the helicopter south to locate the target. Once they find the target, Niko steadies the chopper so Jacob can line up a shot with the RPG to take out the target helicopter. He lines up the shot and... with the target dealt with, Niko drops Jacob off at the helipad and they part ways, giving Niko some time to call up the contact.
We shot down that chopper for you.
You think I don't know that? You think I've been sitting around scratching my balls with my head up my ass?
I'd be impressed if you had been.
I appreciate your assistance, Bellic. You did a good thing today. Now it's my turn. I will try to find the man you're after. I will call when I have something.
Hopefully the contact will have the info to find the man who Niko has been looking for this entire time. Whilst Niko drives through Liberty City, Roman calls up to tell him that he's bought an apartment in Algonquin with his gambler winnings, successfully relocating the cousins so Dimitri has no idea where they are again. To be fair to Roman, it's a great apartment, big improvement from the last one. On the way to the interview, Niko gets a call from Paki giving him permission to take his sister Kate on a date, which I only did once as it's pretty pointless. To be honest, I find her very simple as a character and not fleshed out enough at all in the story, despite Niko and her supposedly having some sort of deep connection. They could have done way more with Kate in this game. Unfortunately, because it's an interview Niko is going to, he has to buy a suit, even though I already have one equipped. Honestly, Rockstar is just out here wasting my time and my money. Anyways, after buying the same suit twice, Niko arrives at the lawyer building to start the interview. Oh yeah, and before he heads inside, he gets a call from Ray Pacino asking him to meet at the restaurant in Little Italy for a job. Speaking of jobs, Niko walks into the reception and is greeted by the receptionist, who takes him to Mr. Goldberg's office. Niko sits down with Mr. Goldberg and starts the interview. Believe it or not, Tom Goldberg is supposedly based on a real-life lawyer who was an activist against violent video games, someone who Rockstar doesn't like very much.
Where are the files for your case against McCreary?
Shit, they're on my desk. I never hurt anyone.
I wouldn't be here if you'd never hurt anyone. I was never here, you understand?
With Mr. Goldberg taken care of, Niko just about escapes the building filled with cops and takes the files to Francis.
Here are the files.
Great. Peace at last. I feel cleansed. You silenced Goldberg too, right? I don't need to worry about him?
He's done.
Whoa, music to my ears. A weight has been lifted. Here's your payment.
I honestly wonder what these guys even had on Francis. Oh, of course, corruption. But Niko isn't done with Francis just yet, as he has another job for him, which is to take out some drug dealer called Clarence Little in East Holland. Because, you know, protect the people and all that policeman jazz.
But this guy is scum.
How much?
Oh, how much? Good money. 2 G's.
2? You mean 5?
You know, if someone was to tell me you was some fresh off the boat killer with more balls than brains, I'd say he was about right. Okay, you got it.
So with the $5 grand deal in place, Niko heads over to the tower block in East Holland and fights his way through tons of enemies to the roof whilst chasing Clarence till eventually Clarence has nowhere else left to run. And Niko is faced with a choice: spare Clarence or kill him.
That's right. We the same, me and you. Look out for each other. You the boss though, man. You the boss of me.
Get out of here. I see you again. You wish I had killed you now.
Something tells me we're gonna be seeing him later. Niko escapes the area and calls up Francis to let him know not to worry about Clarence anymore. Speaking of Francis, Niko meets up with him again and he isn't too happy.
I send you to destroy an organization and you only make the boss disappear. Now his chief lieutenant is holed up in an apartment and he wants to speak to the feds.
Whoa, hold on. An organization?
No, you fucking idiot! I paid you to do a man's job, you amateur, you fucking boy!
No. You sent me to kill one guy. One guy who would put you in prison.
Bullshit!
Francis tries to convince Niko to take out Clarence's chief lieutenant for him and they agree on another $5 grand for the job. So with Niko happy with what he's getting paid, he heads over to a car where Francis has stored a sniper rifle. He hops in and drives the car over to the lieutenant's apartment. Once there, Francis orders Niko to head up to the opposite apartment roof to take him out. So he does just that by calling the lieutenant's phone to get into the window and taking him out with the sniper, finally putting an end to the jobs for the crooked police commissioner for now. Niko meets up with the better brother Paki, and he gets introduced to his 2 other brothers, Jerry and Derek, with Derek being the one that has arrived back from Ireland, but Jerry isn't too pleased that Niko is working for them.
So you want to involve him in family business?
What do you know about him?
What I know is he likes a fight and he ain't the fucking law.
Oh. No offense, mister. That ain't good enough.
Well, it's good enough for me.
He's a good lad, Jerry.
Was I talking to you, inbred halfwit? I make a point of not talking to the unfortunate victims of brother-sister marriage.
Don't you speak about my parents like that.
Oh, you're like fucking Cleopatra. 15 generations of brother-sisters fucking, and you're so thick you take orders off my idiot brother Packy. Who's so stupid he had to tattoo his name on his arm?
If there is a problem, I'll go. No trouble. I have other ways of making money.
There's no problem. Jerry just likes to think he knows best about everything, which is why he's been married 3 times already and still won't admit he likes men.
Ah, no problem. I'll leave you boys to it. Don't screw up. Packy, take care of Derek. He's been away.
Despite Jerry's distaste for Niko right now, Niko alongside Packy, Derek and Michael gear up and head over to the Bank of Liberty. Yeah, it's a heist mission and easily one of the most memorable missions of GTA 4. So much so that they decided to make heist a massive part of GTA 5. They arrive at the bank and start the bank robbery, watching the hostages and gaining access to the vault where Derek sets the explosives. Oh yeah, and this is exactly where Luis's story starts in the Ballad of Gay Tony.
The PE-4 has been molded and is set to explode in 60 seconds. Now listen, people, we're your friends. Me and me brother here.
Why are you telling them we're brothers, you idiot? That's gonna make it hard for them to find us, isn't it?
I'm trying to be honest with these people. We put them through a lot today.
Fuck these people, fuck your cause. That shit's over. Ireland's not the only thing that's green. Dollars are too.
Now you said bloody Ireland. That's gonna narrow the search, ain't it?
Fuck you! Take the needle out your arm, then tell me what to do.
I'll let you tell me what to do when you stop shoving half of Bolivia up your nose every Saturday night.
Motherfucker! Fuck! We told you not to fuck with us! Shit! Michael! Saint fucking Michael! Fucking shit! Get the money! Me and my brother will watch the kids!
Despite Michael's death, the team push on and Niko grabs the money. This is where it all gets crazy. The team fight their way through the streets against waves of cops, but then the chopper pulls up, so they're forced to head into the underground subway, fighting even more cops in the underground subway tunnels till they reach the surface and luckily escape, successfully robbing the bank.
Thanks, Niko. You're a damn good man.
I wasn't just driving you two. The money was in the car as well. Remember that?
We won't forget it, Niko. Here's your cut. I tell Jerry you did good. He might give you a call or something.
Oh yeah, and I forgot, if Packy likes you enough, you can call in to rig cars with car bombs, which is something, once again, I did not use. After some time, Packy contacts Niko to ask him to check on his brother Derek because he's in a bad way, which Niko agrees to, but for now, we have a meeting with good old Ray. Ray asks why Niko does what he does and he explains his motives, money, and the fact he's looking for someone which Ray could potentially help with. But first, Ray wants help with his problems. So it turns out a guy called Teddy owes Ray money, but the payment is overdue, so he wants Niko to take him out. On the way to the projects where Teddy resides, Ray sends over a message containing an image of one of Teddy's goons that Niko should look out for, so when Niko arrives at the projects, he confronts Teddy's goon, Alonzo.
Shit, man. He's up on the top floor, apartment 151K. You have to walk the last few floors. Elevator don't go up there. They're fixing it up.
With that information, Niko heads up to Teddy's apartment, taking out a few enemies along the way, but as he gets to the door, Teddy knocks Niko out and starts to run away. Bad idea because Niko chases him all the way to the roof, where he corners him and confronts Teddy.
You should have paid. Those putos too old. They're finished, fool. The city don't belong to them no more. I wouldn't pay them shit. Fuck off, maricon!
With Teddy finished with, Niko heads over to check on Derek, but then he comes across a familiar face.
Ivan! You don't remember me? You nearly killed me, motherfucker! Good to see you.
Yeah.
Shit, I owe you my fucking life. Fantastic!
It looks like he's actually turned his life around. He's happy, engaged, and has a business that is doing well. Kinda glad we let him live. But of course, his business is lending other people money. So Niko joins him on one of his business trips round the corner. On the way, they talk about Vlad, but who even cares about that loser? They arrive at the place where the gang members who borrowed the money from Ivan are, but unfortunately, they aren't too keen on giving it back, forcing Niko to take them all out and protect Ivan. With the gang members out the way, Niko parts ways with Ivan and receives $1,000 for his help. Niko finally checks on Derek and he doesn't look too good at all. Derek is clearly dealing with a lot, spiraling from depression and addiction. A complete mess that at this point is beyond saving, but Niko tries anyway.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because it feels nice.
because it feels better to be high than not.
Does it stop you thinking?
It stops you caring, which is even better.
So, what do you care about?
I care about getting people back who claimed I was a grass. People who used that to steal shit off me.
Maybe that's what your brother was talking about. When they said you needed help taking care of all the business.
Sure. I mean, I ain't a saint. I ain't a man of principle. I messed up. But I tried. I made a mistake. But I admitted it.
We all make mistakes.
Exactly! And this guy is still threatening to kill me and my family!
What's his name?
Bucky Sligo.
Bucky Sligo.
I heard he was living in Alderney.
So with that info, Niko steals a police car and uses a police computer to track Bucky's location. Turns out he's at Burger Shot, so Niko drives over there and spooks Bucky so he can lead Niko back to his crew. After a cool little chase sequence, Niko finds Bucky's crew and takes them all out, including Bucky himself, calling up Derek with the good news, but because he's struggling with addiction and various other things, it doesn't seem like he cares too much, completely disregarding what Niko has done for him. Niko meets back up with Ray, and look who pulls up, Ashley. It's clear her and Ray are in a relationship in some way, shape or form, so after they do whatever unofficial couples do, Ray orders Niko to pick up some garbage. Well, garbage containing diamonds. The same diamonds Johnny stashed in the Lost and Damned. So with the plan in place, Niko meets up with the team and puts on some garbage man uniform as they're collecting trash after all. After making the stops and collecting both sets of diamonds, members of the Messina crime family chase after the truck, but Niko manages to drive back to the depot just in time. Niko then offers to take the diamonds back to Ray, but Luca insists that they will sort them out of the trash and not to worry. I'm sure they won't try and steal them or anything. Niko heads back to Ray, and of course, Luca tried to rip Ray off. So Ray orders Niko to get the diamonds back.
Luca, I need that ice bag.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nicky. I gave every one of those diamonds to Ray.
Now, we all know that that's not true.
Fuck you, you cabbage-eating prick. Who says it weren't you that made off with him? That's what I'm telling Ray.
The game's up, boys. We're out of here.
I absolutely love the fact they sound like cartoon villains. Anyways, Niko chases after Luca and his gang till they crash, forcing them to run away whilst Niko guns them down, leaving only Luca left. Niko searches the toilets for Luca, but there's not many places that you can hide in a bathroom. Despite Niko taking back the diamonds, Ray is still annoyed as he didn't want them getting killed. Either way, Niko takes the diamonds back to Ray on the bridge nearby.
Thanks, Nicky. I guess you never know who's gonna stab you in the back, huh?
Thanks for the advice.
Niko meets back up with Derek to help him out once again. Hopefully he's grateful this time. The duo ride out on a boat together to meet up with a North Korean called Kim Young-guk, a criminal who is smuggling a boat full of counterfeit money into Liberty City. And on the way, Derek actually apologizes to Niko about what happened on the phone earlier. They meet up with Kim and follow him, but then some Albanians show up to try and steal the counterfeit money for themselves, so Niko defends Kim by taking out waves of boats and even a chopper, successfully protecting Kim.
Got him here in one piece. That was a deal. Thanks, Niko.
Thank you, Mr. McGreary. Not such a smooth journey.
Yeah, got a bit hairy out there. Good thing you have your sea legs. I hope the rest of your time here is more peaceful. That's all you can hope for in this godforsaken world. See you around, Niko.
Don't put all the payoff up your arm, Derek.
Only place for it, me boy. Only place for it.
Seeming as though Niko has done jobs for 3 of the brothers so far, he might as well complete the entire collection. So he meets up with Jerry and goes on a rant about the family like almost every one of the brothers do, but he actually starts warming up to Niko and tells him the plan he has.
But I got a plan. You down, friend?
Maybe. What is it?
Well, first up, we gotta create a little problem between the Ancelottis and their Albanian muscle for Jimmy P. You're gonna plant a bomb in Tony Black's car. Be rigged to a phone. Thing will go off when you dial a number. I want it to blow when they get back from their meeting.
So the Ancelottis think the Albanians did it.
Exactly. Bomb's in an alley off of Inchin Avenue. Get it? Give me a call. You know, Packard was right for once. I'm glad you're on board.
So with Jerry's plan in place, Niko picks up the bomb and calls Jerry, and he tells Niko what exactly to do.
The Ancelottis and the Albanians are meeting in Little Italy. Tony's car is parked in an alleyway off of Feldspar Street. They put the bomb in the trunk, then follow the wise guys from their meeting back to the rest of their crew, then you blow the bomb. Make sure no one walks away. It's easy, right?
So easy, I don't see why you ain't doing this yourself.
So Niko drives all the way over to the Ancelotti's car and rigs it with the bomb and waits across the street till Tony shows up, starting yet another tailing mission. Again, I don't mind these, but they're seriously dull as anything. After a ton of time tailing the Ancelottis, they finally arrive at the old factory where Niko calls a number, detonating the bomb. Niko then finishes off the remaining gang members and leaves quickly after. As step 1 is now completed, it's time for step 2 in Jerry's plan. Niko meets up with Jerry at his mum's place, but is first greeted by the lovely Kate, who invites him in. But it's not too long before Jerry and Niko get down to business.
Look at me. Yeah. I thought so. You'll do fine.
Fine at what?
Some gimp work for the Pegorinos. I owed them. Oh, please. I do it myself, but I think I'm being watched by the cops. Someone. I think I'm about to get pinched again.
Shit, really?
Yeah, it's happened before. I keep seeing the same car watching. All it means is someone's been speaking, we just have to find out who and make them stop. In the meantime, it'll chill things out for a bit. So, I need your help.
Okay.
Attaboy. Come on, I got something to show you. Now, Pegorino's a funny guy. Seems like his main motivation is putting his Guernsey crew on par with the 5 old families. Ancelotti's being the weakest, he's decided to stir shit up for him. Now, the Ancelottis have an uneasy alliance with some Albanians. They use them as hitmen, thugs, bullies.
I know the type.
Much like Jimmy the Guido uses us. So, what you're gonna do is disguise yourself as an Albanian and then go whack Frankie Garone, an Ancelotti longtime capo.
Sure. Which Albanian?
This one.
So Niko drives over to the meeting point disguised as an Albanian gangster with the outfit and the motorbike to assassinate the Ancelotti capo Frankie Garone. As he arrives, Frankie spots him and starts fleeing, so Niko is forced to chase him down in an intense bike chase which lasts about 30 seconds. Because of my insane accuracy, of course, like I'm just good at games. Niko then contacts Jerry to let him know Frankie is finished, but unfortunately Jerry states that the cops might be coming soon. So he will be put in prison, but will give any work from Jimmy Pegorino to Niko. In the meantime, Niko visits Derek at his bench again, high on cocaine and clearly in a terrible place mentally.
Get off the drugs. Live with the memories. Hayden's being moved by van from the bacon factory. He's been talking shit about me. Back to the Albany State Correctional Facility. Please, Niko, boy, just this last one. Please.
Sure, Derek.
You and me. The same. The same.
Because Paki has heard about Derek's plan beforehand, he calls up Niko to tell him that he stashed a van in an alleyway containing the RPG, and to use the van to block off the road as Derek's old friend Aiden is going to be surrounded by police protection because he's in government custody. So Niko takes the truck and blocks off the booth tunnel, trapping the convoy inside, and proceeds to take out all the cops in the tunnel to make it seem like a prison break, finally freeing Aiden and ditching the truck in a quiet location.
Great, we've got some transport. Get in that vehicle, prisoner.
All right, Niko. Now that we lost him, we gotta go out to the cliffs and leftward.
Niko drives Aiden and Paki to the cliffs, and on the way Aiden is thankful and happy that he's finally free, which is pretty sad to hear considering what is about to happen to him.
Out you come, old boy.
The cliffs, the sea air, I really am free. I could cry. You've made me a happy man, boys. Now it's time to tell me who asked you to do this.
Derek McCreary. He's my brother.
Derek? But he ratted me out. He's the reason I ended up in that place to start with, the spineless...
So you thought you'd talk about him? He's my brother, and guys like you are killing him. Niko, get ready, dear old Aiden.
Niko pulls out his pistol and shoots him, eliminating Aiden before he could rat out Derek. On the way back to Ray at the restaurant, Niko gets a text from Francis asking him to meet, but for now, Niko has bigger plans like confronting Ray for instance. Ray is really testing Niko's patience as he's doing work for Ray, when Ray isn't even helping him find the man he's looking for, so Niko just says exactly what he's thinking.
Where the fuck have you been?
Sorry, you know how it is.
I know how it is. Yeah, I know how it is sitting around with $2 million worth of stolen ice waiting to get jumped, if that's what you mean, brains. Were you followed?
No. I mean, I don't think so. This town's full of rats, so who knows? What's going on? What's so urgent?
I need you to offload this ice for me.
So what you going to do for me?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do for you? I look after you.
I don't need looking after. I need help finding someone.
I said I got connections. I'll see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do is not good enough. I want your word that you'll find him.
Hey, I said I'll look after you.
Hey, you know what? It's cool. Get someone else. I'll see you later.
Oh, whoa, whoa! Are you fucking kidding me?
No! I keep doing these favors for you, and you pay shit. Now, I need this from you. A guarantee that you will find this man. I know he's in the city. So either you give me your word or go fuck yourself. I'm sick of this shit.
Fine! Fine, you got it. You want my word? You got my word.
Good.
Who is he?
Florian Kravich.
Florian fucking Kravich?
That's right!
Okay. Okay. You have my word. In the meantime, head over to the Libertonian. They're gonna meet that guy named Johnny, and the two of you are gonna exchange the diamonds with a guy named Isaac. Then, you give Johnny half the money, the rest you bring back to me.
What's he doing there?
He's waiting to get paid. That'll be good. Keep things on a level. People always behave better with company.
Sure. Much better getting shot by two guys than one. Is this the merchandise?
No, it's my lunch.
Funny.
One final job for that loser Ray, and the same mission where all three of GTA 4's protagonists cross paths. Niko meets up with Johnny at the Libertonian for the deal with the Jewish mob, and they head inside to start the deal. All seems to be going well till Luis ambushes the deal to take the diamonds back, and Johnny runs off with the money, forcing Niko to fight his way through tons of the Jewish mob henchmen. Something I really love about this mission is the fact you're fighting through a museum with things such as dinosaur skeletons that you can literally break when shooting at them. I honestly just love Rockstar's detail. After taking out waves of enemies, Niko escapes the area but then is pursued by more henchmen, eventually losing them, and he calls Ray to let him know what went off, with Johnny taking the money and the deal not even happening. So Ray tells him to go back and meet him, so he does and is introduced to Phil Bell, someone else that's involved in the Pegorino family. Phil asks Niko to deal with the bikers who are hanging around in Northwood, as of course their president Johnny Klebitz stole the money, so Niko heads over to Northwood to confront the bikers.
You took something that belonged to my employers.
Shit! That's the cocksucker that Johnny ripped off for the diamond loot. Hey, why don't we see if he can keep up with some real American bikers? Hey, let's do this!
If you didn't know, that's supposed to be Jim Fitzgerald. I think Jim looks a bit different, don't you think? Just a little bit, maybe? Niko chases after Jim and his biker friend, and Niko quickly takes them both out. After some time, Ray calls up Niko, and it turns out Ray kept his word and has found Florian Kravich, and some guy called Talbot Daniels is claiming he knows where to find him. So Niko quickly calls Roman to tell him the news, and of course Roman wants to tag along. Niko picks up Roman and they head to Talbot's location to find where Florian is.
Hey! I hear you know Florian Kravich. Where is he?
Florian Kravich? I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been head-to-head with this guy a few times, NB. I know his tells. He's lying.
Roman, what's this about?
He doesn't act well under pressure, NB. Beat him a little.
All right already. There's a guy I know, likes to be called Florian Kravich at, certain moments. Lives uptown somewhere.
Show me.
Using Talbot's poor, and I mean poor, navigating skills, the cousins finally arrive at Florian's apartment and Niko busts down his door.
Florian! I've come for you, Florian.
Oh, go away!
Florian. Yes, Totti.
Niko? What the hell are you doing here?
What happened to you?
Oh, I started working out. You know, toned up the,
Florian? You used to work in the abattoir?
Oh, don't remind me. Roman? You put on a few vanity pounds. What are you guys doing here? Why did you kick my door down?
I've come to ask you some questions.
It wasn't you, was it?
What wasn't me?
Who set us up? It was you or Darko. I thought it must be him. Oh my God. You think it was me? That's why you are here. You've come to kill me! Well, screw you, Niko Bellic and Fatty Roman! It wasn't me, it wasn't! I wouldn't do that!
Can we stop with the fat jokes, Florian?
It's Bernie now! After I came here, I wanted a complete change, so I became Bernie Crane. I'm sorry about the fat thing. You're still kind of cute.
Gee, thanks.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm a lifestyle coach, and I teach an aerobics class, and I'm in love. He's married. It's so doomed. And he's in politics. He's the deputy mayor.
Bryce Dawkins? But he's so into family values.
Oh, that's just politics.
Where is Darko?
Dead, I hope. I'm not sure. I heard he was still in Europe or Switzerland or somewhere. But then I heard that you had joined the circus, so information can be unreliable.
We have to find him. We have to find him.
I think he's a bit freaked out. I guess he thought seeing you would answer some questions.
So I see. Well, it's great to see you guys. We must do brunch.
Sure. See you later, Florian.
Bernie!
So yeah, it turns out Florian has reinvented himself and is living his truth as Bernie Crane. One detail I absolutely love though is when Bernie says, I wouldn't do that, but his past self comes out instead. A more rough, masculine voice, probably from the anger against Darko from that time. Despite it not being the man Niko is looking for, Darko is still out there somewhere, but for now, Niko gets disturbed by an aspiring rapper called Paphos.
Sense a little apprehension in your voice.
I like it a bit, but I'm not a crazy fan.
Cause the shit went all commercial? Cause people sold out? I hear you.
No, not really.
Cause the shit ain't real no more? Ain't got no intelligence? For real? Well, you gonna love my shit.
Your shit?
Yes, it's the real urban consciousness, and man, it is real.
But then some random guys start harassing him, so Niko teaches them a lesson to never disrespect an aspiring rapper, helping them out and parting ways for now. Niko visits Ray and finds him arguing with Isaac, the same guy that they were selling their diamonds to, but because he's threatening to have Ray killed, he orders Niko to shut him up at the Majestic Hotel. I actually have a cool little trick for anyone that wants to make this mission just a tiny bit easier, or just to have a different method in your next run of the game. So if you head to the hotel and head around the corner and take the window cleaning elevator, you could just take everyone out on the roof and the top floor, not having to go through more enemies than you need to. After taking out Isaac and his goons, Niko heads back down the elevator and escapes the hotel, finally meeting up with Francis, and he isn't too happy that Derek is back in Liberty City, asking Niko to do something no real brother would ask.
You got the big problem then.
Me? We, my friend. We. You stop it.
Stop?
Stop.
Kill your brother.
He's already dead. Just put him out of his misery.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you, pal. I'm gonna meet him in the Courtyard Park off Bismarck and Lancet. Deal with him. Make him a tragedy, not a disaster. Do it, or I will put you away. Oh, don't push me.
Niko arrives at the park and gets a call from Francis telling him to get in a good position on the roof to take Derek out. Niko also receives a text from Derek asking him to take out Francis before he gets killed. So whilst on the rooftop looking down at Francis and Derek, Niko has a choice. Which brother should he kill? If you kill Francis, you get nothing. Literally nothing. But if you kill Derek, you get money and a very handy special ability. So with that being said, Niko calls Francis.
Just a second here, Derek. I gotta speak to one of the sergeants. Hey, what's the problem? I thought you were gonna make something happen for me.
I'm not so sure about it.
What's gonna make you sure? You want me to give you a raise?
That might help.
Alright then, call it a bonus. Make this happen.
So now the money has doubled to 20k, and the fact Derek is already dead anyway, Niko takes the shot. Francis performs some of the worst acting imaginable, and Niko calls Francis to tell him he's done doing jobs for him.
I did what you wanted me to do. I killed your brother.
You don't think I know that? Christ, it happened right in front of me. I could feel you looking at me through that scope.
Well, it's done. You and me are over. At least Jerry and Packy are honest about what they do. You're a crook, hiding behind his badge and the reputation. You know what, Frankie boy? I'm going to use that. I ever feel the heat on me, I'll call you, and you're going to make shit go away. That cool?
Sounds like I don't have a choice.
You heard it there, we can call Francis whenever we get in trouble with the police to remove our wanted level. Only up to 3 stars, of course. Looks like Bernie is having some troubles of his own, so Niko heads over to his apartment to talk to him.
The haters are trying to kill me. I can't stand it. I won't stand it. It's not fair. I'm just being me.
Bernie!
Pretty much someone is threatening to kill him just for him being who he is. So he wants Niko to go out jogging with him to catch this quote hater. Niko takes Bernie over to Myrtle Park for a jog, but Niko keeps his distance just to make the haters think Bernie is jogging alone, which works as he's attacked by the hater with a baseball bat.
Why don't you pick on someone who'll fight back?
Niko chases after the hater on a moped, one of the saddest vehicles in this game, and takes out the hater, successfully getting rid of that problem for Bernie. Niko then takes Bernie to the Perseus store where Bernie thanks him and leaves. On the way back to Bernie's apartment, Niko comes across a young crackhead woman.
How old are you?
Old enough.
No, I didn't mean like that. Ain't you got a home or something?
Ain't you got a life? Or do you always have to interfere in other people? Will
I'm sorry. See you later.
Hey, mister, come back here. I'll fuck you for $5.
No! What's wrong with you?
I need junk. I need money.
Niko feels sorry for her, so he takes her to a dealer for a fix, and on the way he actually does try to give her some advice to stop the drug use and get some help, but she refuses. They arrive at the dealer's place and Niko gives her $500, wishing her luck. Niko meets up with Bernie at his apartment again, finding him on the phone with his boyfriend Bryce Dawkins, and Bernie explains that someone is blackmailing Bryce about their closeted relationship, as Bryce actually has a wife and is the deputy mayor with bigoted views despite his secret relationship with Bernie. So Bernie wants Niko to help him warn the blackmailers off, and because Niko is a good friend, he does just that. The duo head out to the rendezvous to meet with some representatives of the blackmailers, and when they arrive, Niko confronts them.
Where's Bryce? We wanted to speak to him, not his rent boys.
Listen, you're going to speak to your boss and tell him to back off.
If that's the way you want to play it, fine. Bryce will be all over Visual News tomorrow morning.
You know what? Maybe the best way to get a message to your boss is for me to send him your heart.
Yeah, tough guy. How'd you like that? Dmitri Raskolov only asks once. Your lover's career is over.
So yeah, their boss is Dmitri Raskolov himself. Of course it is. Niko chases after the blackmailers, taking them out before they get back to Dmitri and taking Bernie back home to his apartment. After a few hours, Paki calls Niko and invites him to Derek's funeral. Kate also calls him too, but it doesn't seem like she's too bothered about her brother's death, as she saw it coming anyway. Niko puts on the suit he's been wearing for most of this game and heads over to the church to support the family. What a great guy.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm not. I'm sorry for Ma. I gave up on my brothers a long time ago. The most I ever expected from them was to put flowers on their coffins.
You've got a strange family.
Who doesn't?
I don't know.
Niko assists Paki and fights off the incoming Albanians, and when they're all finished, Niko and Paki drive the hearse containing Derek's body over to the cemetery to be buried. After some driving and escaping cops, they finally put Derek to rest. Niko catches up with Kate after the burial, but then Dmitri, the absolute scumbag, gives Niko a friendly call.
Niko Bellic.
What do you want, Dmitri?
I always thought that there was something not quite right about you, Niko. Now that I hear you are friends with Bryce Dawkins and Bernie Crane, I know what it is.
Stop blackmailing my friends, Dmitri. You do not want to anger me more.
Persuade them to give up the contracts. We can work together. I will cut you in, Niko. Let's be friends.
I made the mistake of working with you before. It's not one I'll repeat. Goodbye.
With that absolute moron out of our way again, Niko meets up with Phil alongside Ray and they quickly get down to business. So it turns out that the Triads have a bunch of heroin that they're desperate to get rid of, believing it's cursed, and of course Phil wants Niko to take it. With the plan in place, Niko heads over to an alley to wait for the Triads to arrive with the truck full of heroin. Once they arrive, Niko takes out every single Triad in sight, but then the truck starts to escape. So Niko is forced to chase after it, jumping on the back of the truck with the power of spamming the A button. He then climbs across the top of the truck and hijacks the truck, killing telling the driver. With the truck in Niko's possession, he drives it over to the old mansion at Phil's request, leaving it with Phil's nephew, Frankie. After delivering the truck, Phil informs Niko if he wants more work, he knows a guy, and to go to a payphone, but again, we'll get to that later in the video. Out of nowhere, Bernie texts Niko to meet him at Pier 45, saying he's having a panic attack, but that will have to wait as Roman has some amazing news.
Niko, it's finally official. Since the moment I met Mallory, I knew that she was the only woman for me.
Apart from those other ones you screw, right?
No, certainly not. They were just distractions from my one true love. I proposed to Mallory, Niko. She said she would marry me. Now all we need is to find you a wife, and we can all settle down happily ever after.
I'm working on it, cousin. There's this girl I like. She's called Kate McCreary.
I'll invite her to the wedding.
You don't even know her, Roman, so please, try not to embarrass me. Congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you, cousin.
Niko then meets up with Bernie.
Oh my god! You were the lucky one.
What?
You could slice cheese on those puppies. I must be the only slob without cheekbones. I'm thinking of getting implants.
But you sounded hysterical.
Oh, sometimes I can't bear to be alone. I'm so glad you've come back into my life, even if you did try to kill me. I'm so excited!
What are we doing here?
We're going to have fun!
Fun?
Yes! It's a four-letter word, I know, but we can still try.
Look, more people want me dead than alive. I'm working for the mafia. The police and the government agency are both on my case. I kill and steal to scrape together a living so that my cousin can fritter it away online and pay off debts. And all the while, people are trying to kill us. What is fun?
Honey, you are stressed.
Despite Niko's initial reaction, he joins Bernie on his fun day out. Niko takes Bernie to the coast of Firefly Island, but then they notice some of Dimitri's goons. They start shooting at them, so Niko chases after Dimitri's men and takes them out. That's definitely a fun day in my books.
Our noble hero returns from battle.
They're not a problem anymore.
Niko, you are my knight in shining armor. Thank you. I'm sorry our fun day wasn't so very much fun. See you soon.
Niko gives Jerry a visit at prison, and sadly, it doesn't look like he's getting out anytime soon. He instructs Niko to give Paki a call, so when Niko heads outside, he calls up Paki and he tells Niko the plan. So pretty much Jerry wants them to kidnap the Ancelotti family's daughter called Gracie. And just to make things easier, she's selling her pink car on the internet, so Niko has to play along and pretend he wants to buy the car. So Niko heads over to the internet cafe and finds Gracie's number on the car seller website to buy the car. Niko calls her number and they arrange a meeting at her place on Baggage Drive. Niko heads over to Gracie's house and test drives the car, and as they're driving, she hits on Niko, but her mood quickly changes when it's revealed that Niko is kidnapping her as she tries to move the steering wheel whilst Niko is driving to stop him, resulting in Niko doing exactly what Luis did in the DLC, knocking her out cold.
There he is. Stevie, dump the car. I'll take this piece of ass.
Guys, the beach better be worth the trouble.
Her pa's got some serious cash. And he pissed off Gerald. That's reason enough for me.
Well, they better pay quick. I hate to think of the fight she'll put up if you try to cut her fingers off.
With the mob boss's daughter kidnapped, Niko heads to Jimmy Pegorino's to do some work for him, but as Niko arrives, he's greeted with Jimmy's wife.
Yeah?
I'm here to see Mr. Pegorino.
Well, I didn't think you were here to sell me insurance. So, you here to work for him, shoot him, or arrest him? Or maybe all three.
It's okay, Mrs. B. I'll deal with this.
Yeah, I'm in a life-threatening situation and I'm having a conversation here. He could have killed me. You're useless. Organized crime, my ass. With guys like you, no wonder this organization is doing so wonderfully.
You, Nick? Come on.
Jimmy runs Niko down with what's happening, so Jimmy and two of his men are going to be having a meeting with some people from the Pavano family, as this will hopefully help him gain a seat on the commission, which is a big deal when it comes to these mafia families. So he wants Niko to run security to make sure everything goes smoothly, but then Ray walks in and kills the mood as always. Niko drives everyone to meet at the old refinery. Once there, Marco gives Niko a sniper and he heads up to the vantage point to watch over the meet. The meet happens, but of course it goes wrong, as the Pavanos start attacking Jimmy and his guys, so Niko takes a bunch of them out and heads down to Jimmy's location to save him, eliminating more Pavanos along the way.
The fucking Pavanos! If the rest of the commission knew they did this,
I'm sure the whole city will be up in arms.
The motherfucker's trying to whack me at a sit-down!
But it isn't over yet, as Niko still has to get the offering for the Pavanos back, so Niko chases them till they crash, successfully taking back the offering and dropping Jimmy back off at his house. Considering Niko did such a great job, Jimmy has to meet with him again, but as he arrives, Packy contacts him to head to Gracie and take a picture of her, as her dad doesn't believe she's kidnapped, but that will have to wait. Niko is met once again with Jimmy's wife.
Hey!
Who you waving at?
Feds, I think. They always drive past at this time.
Does that worry you?
When you marry a dragon, you gotta expect a few knights are gonna turn up to try to slay him. Jackasses. All of them. All of you.
Nice talking with
Whatever. You have fun. Pick a swell guy to kill. Hopefully someone with a young family who really miss him.
After that insightful conversation with Jimmy's wife, Niko meets up with Jimmy and they discuss what to do next. Jimmy wants revenge on the Pavanos, so after learning the Pavanos are due to make a cash pickup in Alderney, he orders Niko to follow them and take them all out. And as always, Niko does just that. Niko drives over to the diner, but then the Pavanos spot him, so he's forced to chase them to the meet, taking every single one of them out with an RPG. With that out of the way, Niko can finally take that picture for Packy.
Come on, Gracie. I want you looking pretty for the photo.
He takes a picture and sends it over to Packy, but it's not just Packy that needs help right now, as Niko meets up with Phil at the club. The two talk about Ray and how Niko doesn't like him very much, but then someone informs Phil that he needs to head down to the docks as it's an emergency. So Niko and Phil head down to the docks, and on the way Phil explains exactly what's going down. So since Niko's been making problems between the Ancelottis and the Albanians, the Ancelottis have been working with the Russians to supply them with drugs. So it's Niko and Phil's job to steal the drugs from the Russians that they've smuggled in from Vice City. The duo hop in the stolen Ancelotti truck and drive it over to the docks to give the Russians a nice little surprise.
Hey, buddy, we're here to pick up the shipment. I don't speak English. Fuck off. Hey, amigo, let's make this easy. I just want to give the stuff to my boss and go home. I don't let anyone in here until I get the word. There's something wrong about you. Get out of the truck real slow. Niko, looks like we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Niko and Phil take out every Russian inside the boathouse, and they both hop on a coke boat each, taking them to the drop point whilst fighting off incoming Russians. After taking out the attackers, Niko and Phil successfully arrive at the drop-off point, stealing the coke from the Russians. Niko heads back to Jimmy's place, but he's met with a shotgun to the face.
Not you as well. Tell me it ain't you as well,
Hey,
you
hey,
Slavic
hey!
fuck!
What are you talking about?
Speak, you Balkan piece of shit! I'm done with you. Done with everyone. I'll go, but I ain't going quietly!
Mr. Pecorino, I don't know what you're talking about. I came as quickly as I could.
Fucking Anthony!
What about Anthony?
He was wearing a fucking wire!
That is a problem.
My personal bodyguard wearing a wire! I raised that kid like he was my own! I beat him like he was my own son! When my son killed himself, Anthony became my son! Now this! The world is a cunt!
Where is Anthony?
I heard he's wearing a wire, so I freak out. I call him up. He's such a moron, he leaves his cell phone on. So we speak.
As you can see, Jimmy is insanely paranoid, and it turns out that he actually gave Anthony a heart attack just by confronting him, but now he's in the hospital protected by police, and when he recovers, he will obviously rat on everyone. So Niko drives over to the hospital and changes into some Dr. Scrubs, Hitman style, to walk past the guards and give Anthony a nice little visit, turning off his life support.
Go to sleep, Anthony. You look tired.
My arm! Oh, beg! Beg!
Niko escapes the hospital and calls up Jimmy with the good news. With Anthony dealt with, Bernie calls Niko to tell him that he has a gift for him and to pick it up. But first, Niko meets back up with Phil and they head out towards Port Tudor to take out a guy named Chubby Charlie, a top Ancelotti capo, before Charlie heads over to Algonquin to tell the commission that they're the ones messing with the Ancelottis. Niko arrives at the abandoned Sprunk factory and proceeds to take out the Russians and the Italians in the factory, eventually finding Charlie and chasing after him to the roof where he tries to escape via the chopper, but it's unfortunate for him as Niko has an RPG equipped. shortly after, Ray calls Niko crying about how him and Jimmy are getting close, telling Niko to remember who brought him in, like anyone even cares about Ray Bacino. On the way back to Phil, Niko gets a message from Packy to go and meet Jerry about the kidnapped girl, but obviously that can wait for now. Niko meets up with Phil, and it seems like he might potentially be having a secret affair with Jimmy's wife, or they're just good friends, but of course Niko isn't too bothered about that, as he asks Phil for his help to find Darko. But then the two head out to the old mansion to collect the heroin that Frankie, Phil's nephew, has been guarding, to take it to a more secure hideout. But as they arrive to collect the heroin, FIB agents start swarming in, so they all try to escape the police, with Niko closely following behind Phil till they ditch the cars and head out on foot. After a gunfight with the police and taking out a helicopter, Frankie gets hit and Niko is forced to pick up the H and leave him behind. Both Phil and Niko escape in a van, but Phil blames himself for his nephew's death, even though there's nothing he could have done. It is actually possible to keep Frankie alive, but for some reason, in my playthrough, he got squashed by the chopper. Niko safely drops off Phil at the safe house along with the H, helping out the Pegorino family. I want to mention, Phil is literally the most real and honest guy when it comes to the Pegorino family. He's genuinely the best out of all of them. With Phil's jobs out the way, Niko picks up the gift from Bernie, and it's a nice sexy Infernus, which of course I forgot to save at my apartment. I hate my life. After some time driving around, Niko comes across the crackhead woman from earlier. Oh yeah, and her name's Marnie, by the way. It turns out she actually realizes her mistakes and wants to go back home to her family, so Niko, being the good Samaritan he is, takes her to the station and drops her off, giving her another $500. Hopefully she doesn't join a religious cult or something in the future. So with Marnie safe inside at the station, Niko visits Jerry in prison once again.
Hey.
Yeah, so, anyway, a friend of mine in here tells me that a close friend of yours, girl you've been spending a lot of time with recently, swept her clean off her feet.
Okay.
Yeah, her old boyfriend wants her back.
They always do.
Desperately and quickly, and he's looking for her. I think you and her should go out on a glamorous date in Algonquin. Show her a new pad. Then, things will be okay between you two. But move your fucking ass, pal. Women don't like a chump. You get me?
Niko quickly heads over to the safe house to transfer Gracie to another safe house, as the Ancelottis know where she is. On the way to the new location, the Ancelottis chase down Niko, but unlucky for them, as Niko arrives at the new safe house just in time. Niko heads back to the prison to meet up with Jerry once again.
There's good news and there's bad news. Good news is, everything's coming together. Bad news, ain't gonna make a blind bit of difference to me.
What do you mean?
Do you want me to spell it out?
No, I guess not.
Thanks. Packy will give you a call and explain. The ex-boyfriend of your girl is gonna agree to the divorce terms. Unfortunately, turns out he wasn't our only problem. Some other crap has turned up. I don't think I'll be getting out anytime soon.
So Niko contacts Packy, and it turns out that they're arranging a deal to exchange Gracie for the diamonds. Yeah, the same diamonds that were stolen by Luis, and this is the same mission as in the Ballet de Gay Tony, just from Niko's perspective this time. Niko drives over to Packy and hops in his car with the hostage in the back, and they drive over to the Charge Island sewage works for the exchange. When they arrive, they're met with both Tony and Luis, and they successfully make the deal, but before Niko can pick up the diamonds, an old friend appears.
Niko Bellic. How is it? That whenever something is stolen from me, you're not far away.
I have never stolen anything from you, Mr. Bulgarin.
This man, the big Pedic and his Dominican beach, they stole my diamonds. And you have been trying to rob the thieves, to rob me. Conchai!
I don't care what you did to that man, but we ain't leaving here without them diamonds.
Niko and Packy fight Bulgarin's men through the sewage works to get the diamonds, till they finally corner the last of Bulgarin's men, who has the diamonds in hand.
Give us that fucking ice! You're trapped! We'll let you go if you give them up!
I'm screwed either way. If I don't give you the diamonds, you kill me here and you take them. I do give you the diamonds, Mr. Bulgarin kills me later. I don't nobody having them. Screw all of you.
Jebeno isto.
You selfish piece of cock-sucking shit!
With the diamonds lost and all of this amounting to nothing, Niko takes Packy back to his mum's house in Dukes and heads over to Jimmy's for a big discussion. Jimmy explains that there might be more rats within the organization, with Ray believing that it's Phil that isn't trustworthy. Jimmy then tells Niko someone has to go, but he still needs to decide who it is. So in the meantime, Niko visits John Gravelli, the don of the Gambetti crime family, courtesy of the ULP contact. Mr. Gravelli explains that a good friend of his, a politician named Bobby Jefferson, is going to City Hall to give a speech, but the Russians, of course, want to stop that speech from happening because it's about Russian organized crime. So Mr. Gravelli wants Niko to escort the politician to City Hall and help him with a few jobs in exchange for the file on Niko and for a chance to finally confront Darko. So Niko helps him out and first escorts the politician in a convoy, but on the way to City Hall they get attacked, so Niko protects the politician and takes out all the incoming Russian attackers, escaping from more pursuing Russians and successfully dropping the politician off at City Hall.
I don't know who you are, but you got me here. Goes to show, some immigrants have the best interest of the country in their hearts. I'll tell John you did well.
After some time, Niko gets a call from Jimmy with his decision on who he wants to be taken out, and to no surprise, it's Ray he wants shutting up. So Niko heads over to Ray's location and takes him out, job done. Niko heads back to the hospital for the next task from Mr. Gravelli, and he talks about the man Niko has been looking for, and it seems like they finally found him.
Then he mentioned something about a Darko Brevic.
What? He did?
Yeah, he's located the guy. It seems he wasn't in Switzerland at all, but in Bucharest. He'll be here soon.
Good, good.
And it seems your Russian friends are getting the message. Some of them.
Oh, okay, so...
I think it's our turn to do a favor for that mutual friend of ours.
Remember Kim, the same guy we helped earlier in the game. Turns out Mr. Gravelli wants Niko to eliminate him as he's a threat as he's selling counterfeit money, which isn't good for the economy. So Niko heads over to Kim's favorite restaurant, Mr. Fuck's Rice Box, and on the way Brucey calls up Niko to hang out and eat, but considering Niko is already on his way to a restaurant, he declines. Niko finally arrives at the restaurant and talks with the attendant.
Where is Kim?
He's upstairs, speaking with the manager. They don't want to see nobody, though.
Kim and I are old friends.
Kim got a lot of money. He don't need no friends. Get lost.
Niko doesn't care as he starts to shoot his way up to the manager's office, where he threatens the manager to give up Kim, and it turns out he's escaping out back through the kitchen, so Niko quickly chases after him, and just before Kim hops in his car, he takes him out. Easy stuff. Niko heads back to the hospital, but this time Mr. Gravelli is joined by the ULP contact, and Mr. Gravelli explains that the Ancelottis are working with the Russians, which is disrespectful in Mr. Gravelli's eyes. The contact then informs Niko on exactly what he needs to do.
Alright, what's my role in this?
The distribution network is a fleet of vans parked at a grocery warehouse in Albany City. The product is packed into the frames of the vans, ready to be moved all over the country. Destroy everything, whatever it takes.
And for me?
For you. I've got a real gift for you. Get this done. Then we'll talk.
Niko heads over to the compound and takes out all the enemies in the area along with the vans containing the drugs. With the jobs for Mr. Gravelli going so well, after some time the ULP contact calls Niko to inform him that Darko is now in Liberty City and they'll be dropping him off at the airport cargo area. Niko quickly calls up Roman to let him know, and Roman asks to tag along, so he collects Roman from Firefly Island and the cousins head over to the airport cargo area to finally confront Darko, the man Niko has been searching for this entire game.
You remember me?
Pussy me, не познаете. I don't know you.
Yes, you do. I'm the one who survived.
Niko, hello.
Reci mi zašto?
Zašto?
Zato što smo bili prijatelji. Svi smo odrasli zajedno. Mitar, Dragan, Goran, Mio, mogu da nastavim? Sviju, a?
We were friends, but I had other friends. Friends that Goran and his guys killed. My fucking neighbors! Because of what? Because of shit. Lies. Fucking lies.
So that makes it okay to stab your friends in the back?
When everything you believe is shown to be shit, you make strange choices.
Fuck you! Strange choices? How much?
1,000.
You killed my friends for $1,000.
How much do you charge to kill someone?
You ruined me, you fuck!
I needed the money. I had problems.
You're a fucking junkie!
Kill me then!
fucking hypocrite. Trust me. You'll be doing me a favor. Ah!
Niko, come on. Let's go. Let him suffer. He knows what he did. He doesn't look like he enjoys life too much. Come on.
Niko has a choice, spare Darko or kill him. Considering he's already suffering and killing him would actually be doing him a favor, it's better to let him live and walk away, which is what I did.
I'm turning this shit off. I can't take listening to those annoying ads and DJs right now.
You did the right thing, Niko. It is not often that a man can be sure of that, but you definitely did the right thing. Be proud of yourself.
Let's have a fucking party. Break out the champagne. I let the diseased, traitorous junkie live after hunting him for over a decade. Shit! Someone hand me the keys to the fucking city.
There's no need to take that tone, cousin.
I'm sorry if my tone offends you, Roman. But this has been a very difficult moment for me. It took every fiber of my being, pulling in the same direction, not to kill Darko, to not get revenge for all those lives he took away.
What made you spare him?
I don't know. I wanted it for so long, he would just be dead. Like everyone else from our village, I was the one that survived the first attack. Living is not easy.
No.
I would live for killing Darko as well. But then when I looked at him, I realized that nothing would change if I killed him. Revenge would not somehow shut the book on what I have seen. Only those who die get closure. Living do not.
So you keep living, and you try to have a happy life. You try to move on.
I try to. Yes.
Shortly after dropping off Roman, Niko calls up Bernie to let him know that it's finally over.
Florian, I thought I should let you know. I found Darko. The guild has destroyed him. I don't know. Somehow, it was better to walk away.
You know what? I'm really proud of you, Niko Bellic. After what we've had to live with these last 12 or 13 years, I know how much it hurt you. And you've walked away. I know this must be hard for you, but you won, Niko. You really did. We've got to celebrate. You're free now. Maybe a spa day?
Sure, whatever. I'll speak to you soon, Bernie.
But if you choose to kill Darko, the outcome is very different.
You piece of shit! That was for everyone! That was for me!
Niko shoots Darko 12 times, each bullet for every comrade he lost because of Darko's betrayal.
I'm turning this shit off. I can't take listening to those annoying ads and DJs right now.
There you go. You got your revenge. How does it feel?
I don't know how it feels. I'm trying to take it all in.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. For so long, Niko. What do you mean you don't know how you feel?
I mean, I don't know. I feel empty, okay? I feel empty.
That's something. At least.
No, Roman. It's nothing. The emptiness is what I was trying to get rid of by finding Darko. I've been empty ever since that day. I thought that revenge, that killing Darko, might fill me up a bit. Might give me some substance.
And it hasn't?
No. It hasn't. Does that make you happy?
Of course it doesn't make me happy, but maybe this is good for you. Maybe now that you know that revenge is not what you are after, you can look for fulfillment in other places. Healthy ones.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
As you can see, leaving Darko alive is clearly the best option. Despite killing Darko, Niko feels empty and lost, clearly solving nothing. With the Darko situation dealt with, Niko is finally free to move on from his past. But then Niko meets up with Jimmy for one last thing. Turns out he wants Niko to do a heroin deal with the Russians, with Dmitri himself, and promises Niko he will get paid heavily for it. But of course, Niko is very apprehensive about the deal, as Dmitri is a lying snake and cannot be trusted. So with this ultimate choice, Niko calls both Roman and Kate, with Roman saying go ahead with the deal because of the money, even giving Niko Dimitri's location, ready to put everything Dmitri has done to them behind him for money. But Kate tells Niko to not do the deal, as she will lose all respect for him if he works for the man who betrayed him just to earn more money. So first we'll go with my least favorite choice, making the deal. Niko meets up with Phil and they head over to the docks to pick up the money after the deal. And on the way, Phil explains that he doesn't trust Dmitri at all, and his worries are spot on, as when they arrive, Dmitri calls Niko and it's revealed that he killed the buyers and kept the heroin for himself, informing Niko that the money is still inside. So Niko and Phil head inside and fight their way through the warehouse to find the buyer holding the money, but as they get to the office, the buyer starts to escape, so they chase after him and take him out, successfully collecting the money. Niko takes Phil back to Tudor and Niko takes his cut of the money, finally leaving the criminal life behind after another one of Dimitri's betrayals. Jimmy calls up Niko and wishes him luck now that the Pegorinos are finally up. Niko then calls Kate to pick her up and take her to Roman's wedding, but she refuses as she has lost all respect for Niko as he went ahead with the deal. So Niko attends Roman's wedding alone, the happiest event in the entirety of Grand Theft Auto 4.
Niko, Billy? Yes? Gift from Dmitri Raskolov.
Oh my God!
Bomba gaat! Yo, Niko! Calm down, man, yo. Easy.
He told me to leave it. I left it.
Niko, get up, man, get up.
Oh,
Gotta
man.
get you out of here, police them soon come. Don't worry, man, me find Dimitri, me call you. Leave.
Okay.
So yeah, Dmitri snaked Niko over once again and sent a hitman after and killing Roman in the crossfire. You could probably understand why this is my least favorite option. The next day, little Jacob calls Niko to let him know that he's found one of Jimmy's men, so they both chase him to an old casino, where Niko and Jacob split up, with Jacob finding an exit for them both, and Niko fighting his way to Dmitri. After a lengthy gunfight, we witness Dmitri betray someone once again.
What's the problem? Me and you's partners now. We're back on top.
I didn't work this hard to share the spoils of a victory. Goodbye.
Dmitri, you and me is gonna end this.
You and your stupid cousin is always going to be bums!
Niko chases after Dmitri, resulting in Niko hopping on Dimitri's chopper and being kicked off, forcing Niko to hop on the boat and chase after Dmitri. After dodging a couple of rockets, Jacob flies overhead just in time, and Niko hops in a helicopter chasing after Dmitri all the way through Liberty City till Jacob lines up a good shot and takes Dimitri's chopper down. Niko and Jacob land on Happiness Island, and Niko runs after Dmitri, taking out more of his goons along the way, finally catching up to him and finishing this once and for all.
Welcome to America. Speak English. You're a strange man. You killed your best friend. You betrayed everyone who ever came in contact with you. You killed my cousin. I guess the survival of the fittest thing really meant a lot to you.
Come on, Niko, man, get out of here, let's go. Come on. Wagwan. Come on, let's go.
Roman never hurt anyone.
I know. Let's go, man. It's over. You won.
A cool thing I noticed is that Niko starts using more American English the further you get into the story, not using his native language as much, even telling Dimitri in the end to speak English. Anyways, after, in my opinion, the worst option, let's talk about the other ending, the revenge ending. Niko decides to go after Dimitri back at the platypus boat, the same boat he arrived at Liberty City on at the start of the game, knowing full well he can never trust Dimitri ever again. Niko fights his way through Dimitri's men across the boat, eventually opening up the cargo hold to get revenge on Dimitri. For some weird reason, when I tried to go down below the ship, my game glitched out and I was sent to some sort of invisible void, forcing me to restart my game. I swear down, only stuff like this happens to me. After more shooting, Niko finally confronts the snake himself, Dimitri, taking him out.
You're about to learn a lesson. Actions have consequences. You screwed me over. Now you're paying for it. Shame that'll be the second last thing that goes into your head. Goodbye.
You're the one who's going to learn a lesson. People aren't going to be happy if you kill me. Blять, ёбаный!
I've never been popular. I don't mean to start now. I should have put you out of your misery a long time ago. Goodbye, Dimitri.
Now that Niko can finally move on with his life, Phil calls up Niko, telling him that he understands his decision on taking out Dimitri and that he's out of the Pegorino crime family as it's fallen apart. Niko attends Roman's wedding, but this time with Kate by his side, as she is grateful he didn't choose the money. Again, making this the happiest day in Liberty City.
Congratulations, cousin.
Thanks for coming.
All right, yes, okay. There we go. Okay, yes, we are married. Okay.
You fucking double-crossing immigrant shit!
Get on. Oh, come on out of this blood clot. Niko. Niko, come on. Oh. Somebody call an ambulance. Call a fucking ambulance!
She's dead!
What? Oh, shit. Shit.
She told me to leave it. I thought I had. I thought it was over.
It's never over, Aya. Niko, you can't blame yourself.
Of course I can! She's dead!
Easy. Are you better, man? Easy. Calm down, man. Calm down. Niko, you have to get out of here.
Yes, go on, man. Go on, man. We have to leave, man. Just leave.
Get out of here.
Don't
Go.
worry, we take care of this, man.
Okay.
Kate's death doesn't hold the same weight as Roman's, which makes it the better option in my opinion, as whilst I was playing through the game, I didn't have any attachment towards Kate as a character whatsoever, despite them trying to push a narrative that Niko and her are destined to be together. With Kate's death, everything plays out the exact same way with some slight, and I mean slight, changes. They changed Jimmy's goons to the old casino, but this time Roman joins Niko and Jacob. Niko fights through the casino and chases after Jimmy, but instead of driving a boat, Niko drives a bike across the shore till he performs an epic jump onto Jacob's helicopter. Come on, this ending is clearly better. And Niko chases after him once again on foot, finally taking him down and confronting him.
I told you to leave me alone.
I give the orders here. Me.
You're not looking so good there, Jimmy.
Screw you.
What the fuck did she ever do to you?
I wanted you immigrant dipshit.
Big talk. You wanna know something funny?
Not really.
The commission. The old families. I know some of those guys. And they thought you were a fat fucking joke.
Whatever.
A joke!
Cousin!
Yeah.
You did it.
Really? I don't know. What did I do?
But we're done. Now we can start making money. Freely.
I suppose so.
We won, man. We won!
The revenge ending of GTA 4 is arguably the better ending, as Roman survives, and considering Niko knows Dimitri is a snake, I seriously don't see him making the deal with him at all. After the revenge ending, Roman will call saying Mallory is pregnant, and they will be naming her Kate. Despite everything finished in the main story, there's still some people across Liberty City that need Niko's help, starting with his good old friend from the Navy, Hosan.
So you stayed?
Yes! And you? Did you meet your cousin?
Yes, things have been complicated. How about you?
Non-stop madness! Brilliant! I have met a lot of lunatics and life is wild. My friend's uncle gave me a job selling handbags. Knockoffs, you know.
Sure.
It's so easy! Easier than working on the goddamn boat anyway. And women, they love you, man. After 3 months on that ship, let's just say I was not cut out for the sailor's life. Ah, shit. It's good to see you.
You too.
Hey, Hosan speaking. Yes, I'm on my way. Niko, what are you up to?
Nothing too urgent.
Hey, why don't you walk with me? I've got to go collect some money.
Okay, sure.
Great.
Niko takes Hosan to get his back pay and catch up along the way, but of course, when they arrive, the guy refuses to give Hosan his money, so Niko chases after him and takes him out, getting Hosan his money back and dropping him off, parting ways. As Niko is minding his business, he walks past Gracie, who recognizes him straight away. So some Ancelottis start shooting at him, but Niko quickly takes care of them. With that situation out the way, Niko comes across a very drunk woman called Sarah.
Have I still got it?
Got what?
Time was, I would walk down this street and I'd feel the eyes popping out of a guy like yours head. I was H.O.T. But now, I'm not so sure.
Okay, you're really attractive. Can I go now?
Bullshit, limp dick. I'm not really attractive. I'm stunning. Or, I'm mutton dressed as fucking lamb. These are fucking $500 shoes. Doesn't that mean something to you?
No.
Well, that shows what you know.
No doubt.
I just got divorced.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't need your fucking pity.
Fine.
Niko reluctantly drives her home and comes across her angry ex-husband. Hopefully Niko never has to see her again. Wait, never mind. She asks Niko to collect a package for her from Perseus, so he does just that, spending his hard-earned money on it, but it's alright as Niko takes the package to her and he gets his money back, finally never seeing her again. Niko then bumps into a familiar face, Clarence Little, but instead of thanking Niko for not killing him, he tries to take him out, but of course Niko puts him down first, showing us that leaving him alive was a bad idea. With Clarence now 6 feet under, Niko meets a guy called Jeff who is a bit strange and insanely protective of his wife, like a bit too much.
My lovely bride, the mother of my son, is up there right now fucking some prick behind my back. After all I've done for that tramp whore. Ah!
Hey, you okay? Hey, come on, calm down. You're going to do yourself some serious damage if you keep going on like that.
Yeah, it's only angina. Come on, Jeff. Be calm. Jeff, be cool. Come on, champ. You can do this. Be a winner.
Hey, mister. Are you okay?
I'm a winner. I can do anything.
Great. See you later.
Hey, you know, you could do me a favor here. You know.
What?
Take some photos. Text them to me.
You want me to text you photos of your own wife?
I'll pay, buddy. I've got a black card.
I'm afraid I only take cash.
I'll give you cash, all right? 500. Just follow them, take some photos, text them to me. Come on, here they come. Here's my card.
You can tell he's overly paranoid, but Niko helps him out and takes a picture of his wife at the cafe with her friend, and to be fair to Jeff, it seems like her friend is actually attracted to her. But he does seem to be going far as she states he's been bugging her phone and testing her underwear for DNA. After sending the pictures to Jeff, he calls Niko to meet him at a garage, so Niko heads over there and it isn't what he's expecting because it turns out Jeff stabbed his wife 50 times with a kitchen knife, and her body is in the trunk of the car, so he asks Niko to dump the car, so he does just that and drives the car into the river. I swear down, Niko does the most crazy task just for a bit of money. Sometime later, Niko comes across Jeff once again, but this time, he's stalking his new wife, claiming she's cheating on him as well.
Yes, I remember you.
Yeah, I owe you. Jeff owes you. Jeff and you know, buddies, pals. we've been through some shit together, didn't we?
I don't know about that.
That's why I feel I can tell you things.
Please, don't.
Life hasn't always been kind. My mom, she left my dad. My dad...
Very fucking interesting.
I need a fucking friend, man. My life is hell, all right? I got married again. Yeah, that's right. She's a nice girl. Or so I thought.
Here we go.
She's up there right now. She's having a drink with her ex. Yeah, she's touching his leg. She's getting all wet.
You've got to calm down.
I need you to kill her.
What?
I'll pay.
You're deranged.
Then screw you. Screw you. Screw you.
Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down before I give you injury.
God damn you. You're just like all the rest.
Rest in peace, Jeff. Whilst walking around Firefly Island, Niko bumps into Mr. Farston's wife and apologizes for his death, but she insists it was for the best. And she reveals her daughter is hanging out with another guy that's bad for her, so she wants Niko to speak with her daughter's boyfriend. He does just that, but the boyfriend refuses to leave her alone and Niko puts him down. With that dealt with, Niko finds another familiar face, Brian Meach.
I'm engaged.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, I owe you, man. I mean, I was a dick, but I'm making up for it. I was a loud-mouthed dick, and I apologize.
Hey, apology accepted. Don't worry about it.
Listen, I gotta go pay off one of my dealers. Make things right. Would you come with me? I hate to ask, but I'm afraid the temptation might get to me. Please.
Sure.
Awesome.
Niko takes Brian to his dealer to pay them off, but the dealers start attacking Brian, so Niko is forced to take them out and he takes Brian home, leaving him to continue his rehabilitation program. Down in Star Junction, Niko meets up with the aspiring rapper again, talking about his new CD, but then some random guys start harassing him again, leading to the rapper getting shot, so Niko takes out the attackers and drives into the hospital to get stitched up. Now it's time for the creepiest but most interesting side missions in the entirety of Grand Theft Auto 4. Niko comes across this creepy dude called Eddie Lowe, who is clearly severely deranged, and after some back and forth conversation between the two, Eddie asks Niko to help him take a bag which is full of God knows what to dump at the docks. After Eddie throws the bag into the water, Niko drives into Westminster, and on the way, Eddie explains he's glad he got rid of the bag and wasn't caught with it, pretty much showing there were probably body parts in that bag. After dropping Eddie off, Niko comes across Eddie once again, but this time he isn't friendly in the slightest.
You and your wicked sense of humor. You're quite naughty. Quite naughty.
Whatever.
Quite naughty. Do you like to get spanked? Like that?
Excuse me?
No, nothing silly. I'm just being silly. Silly little Billy, that's me. I like it, though. I like to get spanked.
Fuck off. You're creeping me out.
No, I don't want to make you angry, Niko. I don't want to be creepy. It's just my way.
Well, your way is not cool.
Not cool? You say Eddie's not cool? I don't fit in with the in crowd? Well, Mrs. Smith, Eddie's taken your star son, your prized little quarterback, and fucked him in the ass, and then tied him up, strangled him into knots. And your daughter? Your pretty little daughter, Mrs. Abrahams? Eddie's ripped out her intestines just to see if he could feel anything. And you know what? He couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't.
You should get laid or something.
Oh, I just did. A little jogger down by the water. But you know what, handsome? I got a hunger tonight that can't be sated. Come here! Huh.
After killing Eddie Lowe, there's actually a news bit that plays on the radio about his death.
The unnamed serial killer who has plagued Liberty City for months and baffled the police department's nickname division has been found dead, himself seemingly the victim of a murder.
The man, who was found with several journals confessing to his crimes, appears to have targeted the wrong victim and been killed in a fight. The killer's name was Eddie Lowe. Police are searching his apartment in a quiet Duke suburb for more information. Residents were angry.
It's always the same thing when they catch a mass murderer. He was real quiet, they say. I say we start shooting quiet people and we won't have this problem. Loners too. And my handsy stepdad.
Wow. Eric House, Weasel News.
Such a creepy character. Believe it or not, there's quite a few activities to do in Liberty City as well. For example, you could do races settled by Brucey, you could do drug deliveries for little Jacob, you could do Roman's taxi service, you can steal cars for Brucey and his friend Stevie. There's also assassin missions where you have to take out a target set by a guy called the Fixer, which is easily one of my favorite side activities in this game. And finally, there's the vigilante activity along with the most wanted, where you use the police computer to track crimes or most wanted criminals, taking criminals down and doing the cops job for them. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot you can play video games. There's also collectibles too, like these flying rats you have to shoot across the map, but I honestly don't have the patience or time for that, so it's only there for the people who want 100% GTA 4. Overall, Grand Theft Auto 4 is truly a masterpiece we didn't deserve. A time capsule of how great video games were back then. If you want to watch my videos on the DLCs, you can, as they're already up on my channel. Also, let me know in the comments what games you guys want me to cover next, whether that's more GTA games or a completely different franchise. Like literally, I'll make a video on anything. With that being said, like and subscribe and take care.
With fists like these, I don't even gotta pack no heat. You can't stop me, son.